What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another late night fix with Short the Vix. We have a special guest in the building tonight with us, Stefanie Kammerman, the dark pool expert. Thanks for coming on the show.
Thanks for having me. Yeah, it's awesome.
Awesome. So there's been a lot of talk about dark pools with the whole AMC short squeeze situation. A lot of people are confused. I know when you talk about dark pools, when you first started and really tried to kind of get this information out, a lot of people didn't really know what it was. So if you could give us like a brief background about how you got started, how you got interested in dark pools, and then how you got to where you are now.
Okay, so I'll try to make it as short as possible. So I didn't know anything about trading. I had no desire to even be a trader. I went to college, psychology major, but I got out of college and I was looking for a job, and I just really got lucky. I landed a job as an assistant to one of the, these guys made millions of dollars a year. It was $1 million room. And I met one of these traders and he needed an assistant, and I was willing to learn, but I'm going to tell you, like, my first day walking in the office and just feeling, you feel the market. Imagine, everybody's home now trading, but imagine if you went into like the largest prop firm in New York where traders and computers are buzzing. And it was an incredible feeling. I loved it immediately. I felt at home. And they sat me in front of a dark pool computer, and it was my job to do all the trades on this computer. So that's where I started. I started, like you said, down the rabbit hole. I started in the dark pool, and I started with traders that were extremely successful teaching me how to trade. I never envisioned myself to be a trader, but after 2 years of watching these guys, it was the best job on the entire planet, honestly. Really, you can wear whatever you want. You could do whatever you want. You don't have to work every day. Mm-hmm. And you can make more money than anybody else, but you can also lose a lot of money. But these traders were really successful because they were following institutional money flow. And, over 27 years that I've been doing this, I pretty much have seen the big guys. They win every time. They have the most money. They do. Little me, I can't compete against them. So I learned to follow them. And so that's pretty much how I got started on this journey. And it's been amazing. I discovered that nobody knew about the dark pool. Like 2013, I opened a Twitter account and I just started posting, dark pool this, dark pool that. They're selling, they're buying. I've called the last 18 out of 18 corrections on social media, including this correction right now that we're having. It started in the Russell 2000. We are below the biggest dark pool level I've ever seen in my career in just one day. And I've posted it out on Twitter everywhere. Everybody knows about it. It's on my dark pool app, but if you follow me on Twitter and StockTwits, in all my trading rooms, I have posted to put protection on a couple days ago. So it's a pattern. They're very sneaky. They do these trades in this alternative exchange. It's off the regular market. And what it does for them, this is the sneaky part, is they don't have to show us one single share that they're buying or selling until the entire order is completed. So, it could take them a couple hours, a couple weeks, and a couple of months sometimes to get done what they want to get done. And most people don't see it, until it's over, until it's mm-hmm. done. And some people don't even see it after it's done. I pointed out, I'm like, look at these late, I call them sell prints when they're selling, late buy prints when they're buying. The price is far away from where it's trading. So I know you guys are really obsessed about AMC, and I know, I get it. I get every reason why. I love a good short squeeze. I've been involved in many, but never against an institution. So I've been in short squeezes against retail traders, but never against an institution. So this is a very unique situation. But what we have now with social media is we do have the power if we work together. We are more powerful if we all work together. And that's, I think, the whole premise behind, I want to say, the movement, right? It's kind of mm-hmm. a movement at this point. Yeah. So I have been monitoring the dark pool activity. on AMC and also the short volume. And I will tell you that we did have an interesting trade today, an opening trade that is highly unusual, almost 1 million shares at $41. So somebody either covered today at 41 or they bought and went long at 41. So, I mean, you tell me, you know.
Yeah, it's hard to tell unless you're. I heard this from somebody in the business a while ago. I was trying to explain to him some of these things, and he was like, "Listen, you're never going to know exactly what the reason for something is unless you're sitting across from the table from them, and they tell you."
Right. Correct. And that's, people ask me all the time, you know, Stefanie, are they buying? Are they selling? What are they doing? And I go, I don't care. I'm going to use it as a level. Right? If we stay above it, it's bullish, right? It's good. It's positive. If we go below it, it's bearish. Mm-hmm. So and sometimes there's more than one hedge fund here involved. You could have one big fish shorting, one big fish buying, which I think is happening, right? I heard something about BlackRock possibly buying.
Yeah, they're the second largest institutional owner, and I think Vanguard is number one. We'll see if that switches around because the 13Fs are coming, but yeah, they're definitely involved.
Right. So again, when you have a battle between two big whales, you know, it's tough, you know, and I know a lot of you guys are just simply buy and hold more. Mm-hmm. I'm a short-term trader. I have a lot of followers that literally trade this thing every day. They make a lot of money. So, I mean, you could day trade it while you're waiting for it to be short squeeze. There's always money to be made. At least today on the bounce. Today, so on my app this morning,
it was a huge swing.
If you have my app, I mapped out the whole trade. Bullish above $42.50. It was a retracement trade, all the way back up. So, I mean, there's a lot of money to be made every day in the market. You know, not just buy and hold and waiting, because I know a lot of you are like, well, when is it going to happen? When are these guys going to, you know, get squeezed and cover? And, you know, we were just talking before, and, you know, they're stubborn, and these people have really big egos, and they will hold it until they die, I think, honestly. And it's tough. Retail is different. When retail is short squeezed, your broker will literally cash you out. They will cash you out in a heartbeat. Mm-hmm. But when you have big guys, like, who really owns Citadel, right? Who is really behind this money? And they probably have a lot more privileges than we do. So they probably can hold it. They probably can, I don't know, get more money in, do whatever they can, and not cover. They can just sit there, you know, negative billions of dollars. Mm-hmm. I mean, that's really the key. You know, how do we push this up, and where are they going to cover? Where's the price? Where is the price? I always ask my traders this, because again, we love a short squeeze. So where is the other side going to feel the most pain? And I would imagine when it, you know, had that other squeeze, that gamma squeeze, right to 75 area. Mm-hmm. If you shorted it at 13, where we see these large trades at the bottom, I mean, you would have covered by then. I would have imagined. I mean, I'm a trader. I don't like big losses. Like, it's unfathomable, like, to me, that they would hold it. Is it going to be 100? If they take it above 100, is that where they're going to cover? Who's going to make them cover? You know,
right? We don't really know. But for everybody that's maybe a newer investor, newer to the ape community, the AMC or GameStop community, could you just briefly, very like in simple terms, what exactly is a dark pool, and then why was it put in place in the first place? Like, what's the purpose of having that type of like off exchange venue?
So it used to be called the upstairs room, like back in the day, you know, I was not around then, where they would secretly do trades that nobody would know about. You know, that's when stocks were trading in paper, and they would literally, you know, hand each other paper. But in, I want to say the 70s, Gus Levi, Goldman Sachs, developed block trading, and of course the dark pool is in the block trade. So it was really developed for Goldman Sachs JP Morgan and Barclays, they're really the three biggest dark pool exchanges out there. And they developed it for their traders so that their traders would get better fills. They could do these large trades without anybody seeing them. And they paid very little commission. So when you're doing, million share trades, you really don't want to pay commission. So it's in the dark. They say it's in the dark because we don't see it for 3 hours, although there's a loophole that if like Goldman Sachs does a trade in London and they cross their trade with their New York desk, they don't have to show that trade for 24 hours. And this is literally how I've called every single correction, is these late 24-hour trades that are billions of dollars. And we know it's the top or we know it's the bottom. So it's really just this alternative exchange. There are about 40 of them right now. And I would say 40% of all the volume being done right now is being done in the dark pool. So we could do it. When I used to trade stock, I trade options now, but when I used to trade stock, I would literally see my little trades being done in the dark pool. It'd be FADF exchange or ATTN or ADFN. There's quite a few of them if you look in your time and sales window. But it's the big trades, the unusual ones that we know they're hiding something. They don't want us to see it until they're done. And that's really the essence of what the dark pool is. It's just following institutional money flow.
Right. And then I heard you in another interview say something like the dark pool can be like used as a tool to see like where things are headed. What do you see right now? I know you mentioned the Russell. Where do the dark pool prints say everything is headed over the next, there's not really a time frame on it, but what are the dark pool prints right now saying? I know you mentioned the banks earlier. Can you maybe elaborate on that as using the dark pool?
Yeah, heavy selling on the bank stocks over the past couple weeks. We do have bank earnings on Tuesday, and there's a lot of stuff going on with the banks. Now, the Russell 2000, the financials make up a very big portion of the Russell, the IWM ETF. And again, I've been watching this 27 years, and I've never seen such a heavy level that I did. And this was June 16th. That's when they sold, June 16th. So we've gone down quite a bit. I still think there's a lot more room on the downside. We'll see what happens with the earnings. But here's the best advice I can give all of you out there that want to do this for a career, because I'm not sure many of you want to actually do this for a career or not. But you have to leave your ego at the door, number one. All right. The market will always humble you. If you're on the wrong side, you better quickly get to the right side or the market's going to wipe you out. So I've trained thousands of people, and I have seen traders get wiped out only because their ego was there. They were buying. It was going against them. You don't want to be on the other side of Goldman Sachs. Okay. Now, Citadel, a little bit different, but Goldman Sachs is the biggest fish out there, the biggest fish. In fact, they are. There was news this week about Japan and how they were going to be taking over banking in Japan. They're doing something really big in Japan, which is a first, and I was actually shocked to see that. So, as far as where are things going to be headed, I could be bearish today, okay? But if I see the dark pool buying tomorrow, I'm going to tell you guys, the dark pool's buying, let's go long. How many of you can change on a dime? I'm a woman, so if you guys know any women out there, we change our minds very often. Honestly, I could change what I want for dinner like 5 times in a row, and I don't care, right? But my partner, he'll be like, wait, I thought we were going for Mexican. What do you mean you want Italian? Like, I had Mexican. I know what I'm going to get. I'm like, no, I'm kind of in the mood for Italian. Let's go. As a trader, it's the same mentality. And it's whatever system you're trading. So I get it. This is a very unique trade in a different circumstance than anything out there. Because, again, I learned years ago that I'm not going to fight the big guy because I'm going to lose. I'm going to lose. And again, I didn't have social media where I had 1 million followers where I could be like, all right, everybody, come on. Let's buy this. It was just me and maybe a couple of traders at my table, and we could not compete with Goldman Sachs. So we learned to follow Goldman Sachs. You know, again, that's how I've made a living for 27 years. So, you know, it all depends on what you want to do here. Now, I do know that it takes one stock to get you into the stock market usually. And I think this is so cool because how many people here never traded before? And now all of a sudden you're trading, you're watching the market, you're learning. I mean, I think this is amazing. And I hope that you take it to the next level. And, you know, some of you do make it a career. But again, this is a really unique situation. And, you know, look, I hope it gets squeezed. I really do. I mean, I hope you guys make a lot of money, but I also respect the tape at the same time. So whatever levels come, if I do see a massive dark pool level and we go below it, that's, you know, again, that will be bearish, you know, but if we stay above it, that's bullish. I mean, and that's
Did we
really
cross that level today?
So we did, but we closed above. So we're in between. We're in between dark pool levels, which is a really tough place because you're not clear up. The other week we were clear up. When we went below 52.37, I was again a little nervous. Like, why are we going below this level? This not great. And then 50 was another level. 44.11 is a big level, and we went below it, and we saw that big trade at 41 today. So we're above 41 and 44, but we're still below 50, 51, and 52.37, and those are like the big trades that are close to us. So, you know, again, there's ways to monitor it. We'll see what comes in tomorrow. You know, we'll see what comes in tomorrow.
Yeah.
But
so
you know,
I've had this dark pool. Sorry.
Yeah, but my question to you guys is, are you guys holding if it does go down to zero? You know, and where's your target? So if I know there's a lot of people in here, so where's your target? Everybody post their target, you know, in the chat. You know, where's your first scaling out target?
Yeah.
So
for me, it's more of So for me, it's more what can tell us that the shorts are covering. And for me, I don't personally think that the data source that we all use, Ortex, is going to be the most accurate. So I think of what could potentially happen if wide scale margin calls start to come. Now, if they have to liquidate other positions, then if it's these large institutions that have massively over leveraged themselves on these positions, which it looks like they have because they're continuously shorting the stock even at these levels.
Right.
They're gonna have issues. Like if they own a big position in the SPY, Apple, any of these blue chips, we're probably gonna see a big sell-off. And also bankruptcies. Those might be a little bit delayed though. So that might not be the best indicator, but watching out for market sell-offs, because at that point, it's going to be really hard to avoid a margin call.
That is true. They could be liquidating other stocks in order to hold on to this one. That's a really good point, actually. So that'll be, does anybody know? Do you know what big positions they're in? Have you done research into that?
Yeah, we can look. The issue is that a short position you don't have to report it. So if you look at like the SEC and FINRA's reporting instructions, you don't have to report a short position in a stock. You can see puts, calls. Some people report shorts. So we just have like ideas of who is shorting. I highly doubt anybody. Like Iceberg Research, this shell company came out and said, "Oh, we're short AMC." We don't really know if they're a real company because they have like one employee in Thailand or Taiwan. But since they don't have to report their shorts, it just adds another layer of the manipulation that, well, if we want a fair market, we should be able to see who's shorting just like we have to see who's long.
Right. But the question is, I'm sure they're long stocks. That's the part. So if they have to liquidate their positions in their longs, and if they have a lot, that would cause the market to come down as well.
Yes.
So that's like another interesting way to trade it. Yeah, I would definitely look into it and see what they have on the long side, because think about it, you know, they're obviously, if they've been this short, they're very low in money, cash.
Yeah,
So,
Citadel's got a big
and
position in the S&P, Tesla,
yep,
Google,
think
Teladoc,
about
and a
it.
couple of
Yeah, they're
others.
stubborn. So they're
Yeah.
stubborn. They don't want to give up. They don't want to lose on this trade. So they'd rather sell their winners and to get the cash. I mean,
Mhm.
that's just what a stubborn trader would do on the other side of the trade. I
Right.
know some people.
Yeah.
I've seen them do it. So yeah, that makes a lot of sense. That would be it. And maybe they were long banks and they were the guys selling.
Could
I don't
be.
know. That
Um,
would be an interesting twist.
yeah, it would be. There's also a lot of talk about like a price differential in the dark pool. A lot of people have heard about like the two book system where it's like this these behind the scenes orders that are trading at crazy high prices that don't necessarily have to be reported on our exchange. Now I have an image from your Twitter that kind of looks like they could be potentially filling some of these orders up there, but could you explain exactly what we're looking at here? I know we talked about it briefly before, but what is this? Why are the prices on AMC, as we can see here, so high?
So unusual. I do check the book every day on pretty much every stock. In the morning pre-market, I see where the big guys are loaded to buy and sell. And that's an ARCA book. It's an electronic communication network book. So when I started trading, we actually had market makers on a level 2. You could see Goldman Sachs, Morgan Stanley, Merrill Lynch,
Mhm.
Prudential. They started to become anonymous and go inside these anonymous books and hide their identity. So that's really what this book is, and it can be anybody. It can be a big institution, or it could be you and I can put my order on that book. So that's where they're loaded to sell. So what I was pointing out is, look, guys, like, look where they're loaded to sell. So is this BlackRock who's long, right? And this is where they're going to sell when Citadel gets squeezed, or is it, I don't know, is it Trey putting his order up there? I don't know. Could be you, could be me, could be anybody here. But I found it highly unusual. They were going so high in the book with expectations that it could hit, soon. Again, they can keep it there for months, years. It can never get hit. I look when they're bidding. So what I look for in the morning is there anybody on the bid with big size? Because that's the offer. Is there anybody on the left side buying, wanting to buy at a specific price? And that's really how I formulate my day trades every morning, as I see where the big guys are. So I happened to spot that one day and I was like, oh my gosh, like, that's crazy. That guy's literally loaded there with big size. And it's not just one morning, it's like every morning they're there. So I found that to be really interesting, that there is, somebody that really believes they could be playing golf and put it out there. They can't be there all day, but it is really interesting to see that they're loaded to sell there. And they usually take the stock to where the big guys are loaded to sell, and they'll usually take the stock down to where the big guys are loaded to buy. That's how you make a market, supply, demand. But really nothing big in between, and again, I look at it every morning. So if there is something, interesting, I'll definitely post it out. Yeah. So let's see, somebody's lost in your chat. You probably guys never looked at a level 3 book. So we have level 1, right? That is just the best bid and offer. So you have one price on the bid, one price on the offer, the volume, the high, the low. Then you have a level 2 book, which has about 6 different layers of price levels where people are loaded to buy and sell. When you go into a level 3, you're going into each individual book where you can see all the way up and down the ladder. Now, if you don't have this book, you are trading at a huge disadvantage to all of us that have it. So as a short-term so I'm a day trader. I'm also an overnight momentum swing trader, and I'm also a longer-term swing trader. So I do all 3, but I need to have this book. This is all I know. I've been doing this 27 years. I'm like, well, you don't see the big guys loaded to buy and sell. But again, I know many of you aren't going in and out all day,
Right.
So it's not as important.
Yeah. So I've had this theory for a couple of weeks because the dark pools have really been brought up a lot. And I was trying to think like an institution and what could potentially be going on. And I'd love to hear your thoughts. I mean, with what we're seeing here on these prices, they're not getting filled. My theory's probably not correct. There might be another way for them to do it. But basically what it is, so let's just say it's BlackRock is the one that's going to do this. So BlackRock does a lot of business with a bunch of different institutions. So if one of their buddies in the good old boys club is over leveraged and they're actually going to be facing a bankruptcy, they're not going to want to let them fail. So what I was thinking could potentially be happening is that they're setting a price similar to what we're seeing here, like the 1,000, 470, 200, all these giant numbers, and they're letting some of their friends cover. So that's not like a bad thing. This is why I like didn't say this before, because that price eventually should get reflected onto the exchange eventually. And the reason that they would be doing that is to help their friends out, pick a scapegoat who's the over leveraged one, let them fail. They can basically do what they did in 2008 with Lehman and Bear Stearns. Everything's fine. They can go back to normal. They squeeze up to these crazy levels, but they're still fine in their business.
I mean, that's an interesting conspiracy theory.
Right.
It's a theory. It's a theory.
Right. Yeah, exactly.
I mean, I don't think that they're so nice to each other, honestly. These institutions are really for themselves most of the time. Like, the only reason it happened with Lehman is because the government made them do that. You know, they literally said, we just gave you billions of dollars. You do as we say, and we'll take care of you. It's a different situation than what's happening, but they're not getting filled higher. I mean, I don't believe that. I haven't seen that. I've never seen that happen in my career. I think that they're hurting. You know, they're definitely in pain right now. I mean, they're sitting there doing whatever they have to do. Again, their ego. People don't like to lose. You know, people don't. This is Wall Street, and they're used to winning. And I don't think they've ever come across a group like you guys, which is awesome. I know somebody asked me if I work for Goldman Sachs. Absolutely not. I mean, they want nothing to do with me. They won't even put me on TV. I'm the disruptor. You know, because of me, there's millions of people that are making money following the dark pool. People didn't even know there were these late trades. People didn't even know all the stuff that they do behind the scenes. So you have to understand, they need a sucker on the other side of the trade, these guys. I mean, that's what TV does. They push you to like, buy this, buy that. They're selling. You know, I don't even watch TV. So you guys aren't the sucker on the other side of the trade because you're enormous. You know, they're not counting on a group of people all working together. So this is, again, very unique. You couldn't do this 10 years ago. You couldn't do this 20 years ago. People weren't in these groups so knowledgeable. And it's a different situation. So I can't say, oh, the last time this happened, because quite frankly,
it's almost as if the retail investor is the big money in this situation. Like what you've talked about is like, you don't want to go against like the Goldmans or the large players that are making the trades in the dark pool. But it seems like in this situation, with the amount of support that AMC's gotten, that we are that big money.
Well, because you found stocks that aren't, you know, again, as far as the float is concerned, you know, you found a diamond in the rough, pretty much, is what happened. You can't do this with every stock against the big hedge fund, you know, against the big institution. No, it's not going to work. But again, this is a very unique situation. And look what they did last time, though. Last time this happened back in, what was it, when GameStop went up? I mean, that was ridiculous. When it went up, let me just look at my chart. Back in January. Do you remember what they did? All the regulations, all of a sudden, you couldn't do trades on it. They kind of stopped the trading.
Yeah, how did that? Did they?
I was dying.
For us, we couldn't buy. There was no buying.
Yeah. It was you couldn't buy. You couldn't do anything. I mean, you could not buy because it was too much pain, right? So when the big guy gets on the wrong side, when the smart money becomes the dumb money, as Wyckoff says with supply and demand, when it becomes that, they do whatever they have to do to correct that. And that was really, that was the highlight of my career, I want to say. I have never seen anything quite like that happen before. It's kind of like with the circuit breakers. So when the market's crashing, they have circuit breakers. And they do that so that the big guys can get in place and stop the bleeding. We were short, they were, when COVID happened, that whole crash, we were very short because, again, we spotted massive selling in the dark 3 months in a row, biggest I've ever seen. So I didn't know what was going to happen, but we were short. And all of a sudden, the circuit breakers, and it stops the pain. And again, this is what we do for a living. We go short, we go long. But again, this is a unique situation. So I can't tell you what happened last time this happened. Social media changes the game. You guys are definitely changing the game. If you pick your right stock, it can work really well if everybody's together. But, if you don't, they're going to win. They just have a lot of money, unfortunately.
Yeah, at some point they're going to get to the point where they can't raise enough capital to maintain their liquidity requirements. We don't really know what that price is going to be. But at some point, the brokerage, the prime brokers and the institutions that they're executing these trades to and are giving them the leverage are going to be like, hey guys, enough is enough.
Right. So I see some comments here that you guys are writing about Robinhood and Webull. And it's true. When the crash happened, Robinhood went down. They went down. So is that a broker that you want to use, guys? I mean, honestly, like that was horrible. Just horrible. People lost a lot of money, and did they get reciprocated? I don't think so. Right. So, and even when that happened, there were definitely issues with even Schwab. I used Charles Schwab. Thinkorswim had, but it didn't go down. There's a little bit of a delay. Again, we had a couple of crazy days, but yeah, good. Let's short Robinhood. I know that's, I want to lead that movement because they really piss me off. Yeah, they con people into opening accounts with them, giving them shares of crappy stock, and their executions are awful. Okay. And they rob from you. They rob the spread. It's horrible. It's horrible. And then they went down when they don't have the liquidity.
Right.
Yeah, you can move shares off Robinhood. There should be a way. Chad's asking that you can move shares off there. You just take your money out. Oh, you mean just move your AMC from Robinhood? You know what? I don't know. I don't know how they work. But look, you can just sell them while you don't want to pay taxes, right? It's another reason why you don't want to sell. But you can just buy in another platform. You should have more than one broker anyway. Absolutely. Right. Yeah, you can transfer. Somebody's saying you can transfer your account. Okay, I'm not sure how Robinhood, because I've never had an account with them. I'm not sure how they work. But usually you can. Just call them up. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Hey, Stefanie, thank you so much. Thank you so much for your time today. I really appreciate you coming on the show. I'm going to take a quick break, and then we're gonna come back. But thank you so much for coming on. I really appreciate all of your knowledge.
My pleasure, you guys. Yeah, follow me on Twitter. If I do see something on AMC, I will let you know. I'll check in the morning. If I do get dark pool activity, I will definitely let you know where the action is. So you guys have a good night. I got to get up at 3 o'clock.
Thank you so much for coming on.
All right. Bye-bye, guys.
Hello. How are we doing, everybody? That was a fun time. We are going to get TMI in here as well. We are going to have a great rest of the stream. Dun, dun, dun. Yeah, guys, make sure you guys go follow Stefanie. Lots of knowledge on the dark pools. All right. All right, I'm gonna run to the bathroom real quick, and then I will be right back in. So give me guys a couple of minutes. We are gonna come back, do a lot of AMC stuff. We have a lot to break down. We have TMI coming in a little bit, and we're just gonna have some fun for the rest of the night. Oh, we got TMI back in here. He's gonna take the reins for a minute. Hello, hello, hello.
What's going on, my guy? How you doing?
Not much. I will be right back, buddy.
All right, go do your thing. What's going on, people? What we like to do sometimes is, one person needs to run to the washroom, we just tag in the other person, bada bing, bada boom. Next thing you know, you have a different YouTuber taking over. Yeah, it's a TMI takeover right now. So, what's going on, people? How you guys doing? Oh, I forgot. The chat is a bit delayed. Listen, I'm chilling. I'm not gonna be able to really track. I don't know if you guys know this, but when you're in the visitor spot, you can't really see the chat. So I'm gonna try to get back to you guys really quickly. Let's see here. Super slick homie, you gotta keep your eye on. Okay. Mask in the chat. Let's see here. How do you check dark pool data? I would say save some of the questions for short the VIX when he gets back here. Teammate, what's your price target in AMC? Oh, you guys don't want to know. It's too high. It's ridiculously high. But I'm not gonna put any price targets out there because we're gonna play this level by level. We don't need to put expectations out there. We play it cool, calm, collected, and just chill for now. But definitely on the moon. Definitely on the moon. The aftermarket was lit. I know. As soon as we get off live, every single time, price market jumps. Stupid. How hard is it to transfer to Fidelity? It's not too bad. There are a few actual easy Google tutorials on how to do that. It's pretty quick. To $50? Are you kidding me? At $50, I'll still be buying. Come on now. TMI, does she have AMC shares as long? She does have AMC shares for herself and her son, and she also does day trade them. So she does hold. She's like an ape. She does hold as well. TMI, do you hold GME? I do hold GME. I have had GME shares for months now, and every once in a while, I do acquire one or two more GME shares. I don't buy GME in bulk, but I do buy every once in a while to kind of make sure I keep it going. How the FTB find level 3s, I think was a question. They're flowing by quickly. I'm not sure exactly what you guys touched on for level 3s, so I'm going to wait for short the VIX to come on, touch that again. TMI gave us no brother. Oh, brother. There you go. Do you know how you view level 3 data? We'll wait for short the VIX to get back. I wasn't here for the whole interview, so I don't want to missay anything that might have been clarified and made super clear just now. I'm still buying at $100. Oh, yeah. But so I just said 50 because somebody said to $50. I was just like, that's ridiculous. I appreciate what she said. Okay, I can't catch that one. It's too long. What do you think about closing after hours at 49.13? Do you think we'll see 50 tomorrow? I think we'll see 50. I think we could gap up tomorrow. So I am excited for tomorrow morning's pre-market. I cannot freaking wait. I am pumped. Like today's pre-market was pumping. It was live. It was jumping. 6:39 a.m. But we were down 14% and people were still having a good vibe. Tomorrow morning, if we gap up and we're green, it's gonna be like a club first thing in the morning. And I won't get too rowdy for all the audio listeners. I'll keep it chill. I'll relax. But we'll have some fun. I missed the interview. It's the thing about YouTube. You can just scroll it right back, baby. You can just scroll that little ticker there on the YouTube video. Just I'll watch it again. And you can scroll it back and watch it in double the speed so that you can catch up to the actual live. So you're saying 100 cap? Stop. 100 cap. Come on now. Listen, this is what I said. No prices, no targets, but this squeeze will make the original squeeze, if you want to call it that, look like a speed bump. That's what I'll say. What's going on, buddy?
What's up, buddy? How you doing?
Not bad. Okay, listen, I have to go eat dinner and I'll be back.
Oh, yeah, you're good. Thank you, buddy.
No problem. I'll catch you guys in a bit. And good interview. I didn't catch the whole thing, but I'm going to go watch it on 2 times the speed just right now so I can catch up, and I'll see you afterwards.
Awesome. Cool. See you in a bit, man.
All right, guys. Take care, guys.
Let's see. Thank you guys for all coming in. What'd you guys think of the interview? She had a lot of good info on the dark pools. Let's see. What did we close at? 49.13. Up 2.5% in the after hours. That's awesome. All right, let's see. Hello. Let's see. All right. How are you guys feeling after today? That was nuts. You did great, Vix. Thank you, guys. Thank you. Do you think is repos the new Oreo thing? Yeah, the level 3 stuff I'm not necessarily too familiar with. What I think she was trying to get across was what we were looking at was like the ECN book where they put in these orders that are basically like a good till cancel order where they just say, hey, if the price gets here, we're gonna sell it at this price, but it's in the dark pool. That's what it looks like. Gotcha. Yeah, Omari, we can do that. Also, I did see we had some super chats that I missed. Hugh, thank you for the super chat. Shout out to all you guys sending in the super chats and liking the video. You guys are crushing it. We got a lot of people in here tonight. Thank you guys. Let's short Robin Hood. Sure, after the squeeze. I'm not personally going anywhere near that. Vix, why did they stop shorting today and in smaller increments? I mean, they didn't necessarily hold on, let's look. They pushed it down almost as far as they could before we just ate it up. Like we had this big dip, big rip up, consolidate a little bit, another big rip up. But the issue was that we were following the indices, the major indexes. So when we got that news about basically all the treatments that we have are going to cover all of the variants, then the market ripped. So basically, all of the funds kind of got bailed out today, if that makes sense. We were having a big correction in everything. All of the hyper growth stocks that everybody knows and loves were down 8%, 9%, 10%. It was crazy. They were definitely facing margin calls until that rip up. So they kind of got bailed out today. So I was kind of looking at this dip in AMC that we saw right here as being very temporary. Because if we saw a lot of names start to fall, it goes into what my theory would have been as when we start to see the dip, the margin calls happen and they have to cover some of their positions. She basically said if Goldman wants to run the market, they can with ease. Well, Mr. Opio, when you think about it, that's kind of what we're going against, right? And what the retail investor has been able to prove over the last 6 to 8 months, that even though they have all of these manipulative tactics to use, it doesn't work. Like they've tried to get AMC out of business, and look where we are now, 49.13 in the after hours. Who would have really thought that was going to happen? I'm worried YouTubers covering Ortex data are going to ruin the squeeze for us. It's reported data that will look like covering is happening that will cause FUD. Yeah, I agree. I think everybody, especially the big guys, are all on the same page that Ortex, yeah, it gives us a good idea in terms of where the trend is going in terms of the short interest. But like we saw back in January, when GameStop had its run up, I don't want to call it a squeeze because that's not really what it was. Like the short interest just dropped. We went over that last night where it was just nuts. And then the DTCC chairman comes out and says, hey, that's not really what happened. The shorts didn't really cover in any big fashion, but we saw the short interest go from a crazy amount to super low. So something's off with the data. So expects a slowdown at those numbers and breakouts if they break through. It's more like support levels, if that makes sense, what she's talking about with those dark pool levels. So if like a massive order comes in, like she said at 41, that's where like the support, like the dark pool print levels are, where they're willing to buy at super high amounts. So she's saying if it stays above there, it still means that people might be willing to buy, but if it goes below, then they might have to consider taking a loss on their position, and it could have downward momentum. But what I was trying to ask was, even though we may have crossed some of those today and we bounced up, how does that factor in when we go through a level, back up to a level, and then we're kind of chilling out, which she had a good response for that it's kind of in between those levels right now. So it's kind of hard to give a direction of where the dark pool data is showing where the stock might go. Right. They will use the options market to look like it's covering, but not. Yeah, Cheeky Rascal. Thank you. Since we were at 44, next prices is those 50, 52s, breaking over that would be great. Yeah, and 60. I think she talked about that in TMI's interview. That 60 is a really important level because we've only opened up or closed above. It's something like opening above or closing above 60 twice or 2 or 3 times. So if we can do that with momentum and stay above there, then we could see another one of these breakouts. Let's see. Wasn't there a rule passed saying that they can't hide their shorts in far out of the money options? Not that I am familiar with, but what it has to do is with like closeout requirements. So if they can make it look like the position is closed, it kind of doesn't matter how they do it. As long as they meet their broker's closeout requirement, then they're fine, technically, but they still have that big short. Yeah, just because there's a rule doesn't mean they'll follow it. That's true. That is very true. People will buy above 60. I've bought above 60. Let's see. Tomorrow we bounce, says Melissa. We could. I mean, we're already up 2.5 in the after hours. If we go above that 50, 52 range, we could rip on a Friday. Which, let's take a look at the option chain. We might even bring up Stonko Tracker because it's easier to look at. 50 would be decent for options. That would be about 100, 120. That would be 1.2 million shares-ish right here, a little less because of the gamma potential. But see, for this week, there's no real potential for a gamma squeeze. The next one that is possible for a gamma squeeze would be like the next monthly options expiration date that's setting up right now is September, but it could always happen sooner. I've heard YouTubers say that they will sell once the shorts have covered, going by Ortex, but surely that's only reported short interest, millions of unreported shorts. Yeah, I'm not gonna use Ortex to tell me if the shorts have covered or if we've squeezed, because we already have a real life example of that not working out so well. Let me see. More, I should say. Fuzzy. $50 strikes? Are you going to YOLO on dailies? That'll be exciting. Why would you want off threshold? Never said that. What do you think if we pass 62 pre-market tomorrow? Will it rip up or dip before the bell? Going to 62 pre-market tomorrow would be wild. Like, if we went from 49 to 62 in pre-market, I would think that shorts were covering. That's how much of an aggressive move that would be. Yeah, $50 strike is great, but what date? Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. Oh boy, Kenny G's fluffer's back. It's all right though. We love everyone. The threshold thing was, oh, Comet thinks it's someone else. Okay, cool. Yeah, we can check the threshold list right now. Let's see. Ooh, hold up. The 10-year made a little bit of a comeback, still down, but made a little bit of a comeback. We can go over that too, the 10-year. That's important stuff. What is it today? The 8th? I never know what day it is. No data yet for the threshold list. VIX agree or disagree. The delay reporting of buys to the NASDAQ, aka buy orders delayed. I mean, they've done it before. But Citadel only got, like, if you're talking about like reporting the dark pool data to the exchange, Citadel has like actually received a fine for that. VIX, it was odd. Okay. What data are you watching to sell? I've said this a lot. I'm looking for market sell-off and hedge fund bankruptcies. I don't see anything else that is a sure sign unless you hear it from the people with the positions to know that they've covered. Like, they're going to do everything they can to make it look like they've covered, even though they actually haven't, because their whole goal is really to get retail to just give up and stop thinking about it. When the market has 0 FTDs, it's possible. FTDs do occur naturally. Like, you can have some FTDs due to like analytical errors, but when you have such a crazy amount of FTDs, then like it does suggest that there's naked shorting going on. Was the 13 days to cover the FTDs yesterday or the 14th? The way I read it, it's the 14th, but a lot of people said it was also today. But it does say settlement days, which is why I think it's the 14th. But it doesn't really matter because all of these companies have been on the threshold list for many other longer periods of time and nothing really happened. This T+2 settlement deal really throws a wrench in the plan. Only if we had real-time data during the squeeze. I mean, T+2 is just for trades to settle. T0 though would be the best. It would be the most ideal scenario. Watch out for FTDs coming off. Don't jump out right away. Yeah, I mean, today was nuts. We opened today, and I like woke up this morning and saw it pre-market, and I was like, oh no. People are going to be freaking out about this. We were down pretty substantially in the pre-market, bounced up a little bit right as the market opened, and then boom, sub 40. I know a lot of people were either scared or just going absolutely nuts trying to buy this dip. All the way back up here, and then we ripped. Like, obviously, we're not going anywhere. There's still buyers at all of these levels. Yeah, Ortex data is at least to the return shares, yes. The borrowed shares could be today. Because all you have to do is say, yeah, you can have them. Let's get some. Glad you. Oh, if you slept through that's an interesting thing to do. If you were able to sleep through the whole day on the market, I said this on TMI stream. I was like, if you just woke up it right at the market closed, you'd be like, oh, we had such a great day today. I can't believe I missed it. But for like the first two, like all of pre-market in the first 2 hours, you would have been like, oh no. Oh, Fuzzy, thank you so much for the super chat. You guys sending in the super chats are so generous. Thank you guys so much. Shout out to everybody liking the video too. You guys are also amazing. Fuzzy says, we close at 53 tomorrow. I'll get a new tattoo for the apes. That's awesome, Fuzzy. Thank you for the super chat. Woke up at 12, right at the peak. How about you sleep in the like into market hours every day, Benz? How about we do that? We all get to like Hey Vix, you are absolutely my favorite AMC YouTuber. You talk about the things that are important to me and don't waste my time with idle chit chat. Thank you, Margot. I appreciate that. Thanks for having Stefanie. Yeah, anytime. I'm going to try to get a lot of people to come on the channel. Who do you guys want me to get on the channel next? Drop that in the chat. Who should come on the next late night fix with Short the Vix? Let's see. Let's see. Yeah, no, we can't have Ken Griffin on. So that one's out. Charles Payne, I would. Ooh, Dave Lauer would be cool. Portnoy, Carol Roth. I think we could do Carol Roth. West Christian would be cool. Claybro, yeah, we're working on Claybro. Houston Wade, we're working on that one too. Let's see. Matt Kors. That would be awesome. If you guys want me to get Matt Kors on, you guys got to tell him in the stream tomorrow. Because it's very hard for us to get to him. He's a very busy guy. Jackson Hunter. I've had Jackson on before. Batman. I mean, we get Bane every day. Avi. Yeah, I've had Avi. Yeah. Adam Aaron. Portnoy. Gary Gensler. Gary Busey. Houston Wade would be good. Yeah, I think. Oh, Jeffrey Forbes. Yep. Matt, Elon, Mike V, chill out. Oh, Meet Kevin would be cool. Trey would be really cool too. Obviously, Michael Burry. Randall. Yeah, I always try to get Randall on, but he's always out at the doctor or something. Oh, Amari, thank you so much for the super chat, man. Shout out the mods. Amari, all you mods are awesome. And thanks for the super chat, man. Here, brother, I'll show some love as well. Thank you. Check group DM when you get the chance after the stream. Awesome. I will. I was trying to make one with all the mods earlier, and then I just got a little bit busy. Simulate and trade. I don't know if he would come on. I think TMI has tried, but I know I think he's pretty secretive about his identity. Yeah, Dave Lauer. Didn't he used to work? He used to work at Citadel, right? He'd be interesting to have on. Someone who knows how to get level 3 data. Eddie Griffin. Isn't that like a character? Nancy Pelosi, she appears to be a stock genius. It's not that hard to kill it in the stock market if all you have to do is write legislation that's going to benefit the company. Like, if I could do that, I'd be like, I don't know why she's not a trillionaire, because it's not illegal. Like, it might be illegal now, but for a really long period of time, if you were a senator or in like Congress, you could just make insider trades and it wasn't illegal. Joe Rogan, I don't think Joe Rogan would come on. Let's see. See, these have to be like real. Like, no, I can't get Elon Musk on my stream. Sorry. Oh, Tyler Wilson? That would be fun. Yeah, he trades a lot of options, I think. Mark Cuban. Tom Nash. Oh, I definitely have Tom Nash on. 100% I'd have Tom Nash on. Chris Sane. Why does everybody want me to have 6ix9ine on? I just don't get it. No more of that. Oh, Review Dork. Yeah, I've talked to Gabe before. Steve Buscemi. Oh, everybody's just going nuts now. All right. Back to AMC. No more. We're going to do an Ortex check, even though it's post-market. You guys see the utilization go up today? That's a little interesting. So there's two ways the utilization can go up. First, the utilization is the amount of shares that like institutions are willing to lend out to people versus the amount of shares that have been loaned out. So if utilization is going up, it either means that the amount of shares that they're willing to lend is going down, or they're lending out more shares and more shares are actually out on loan, or a combination of the two. Yeah, Mark Cuban. Why don't I just give him a call? My buddy Mark Cuban. All right. Let's see. Threshold list. Bing, bang, boom. No data yet for the threshold list. Looks like that's going to be coming out 9 p.m. I'm 22 years old. No, Matthew, I'm not 15. Charles Payne would be very cool. Review dork, definitely. Oh, wait, Tobit, yeah. What is your take on Ryan Cohen's play with potential crypto dividends? I mean, it's a really good idea if he can do it. Like if the shorts have to pay the dividend, then yes, that's great. But if they're just doing it just to do it, then it's like, eh. But if the shorts are going to have to pay the value of the crypto dividend, then yes, absolutely. Blind Fury. I'm not sure who that is. Yeah, like obviously I would want to have Trey or Matt on. Those dudes are beasts. Fuzzy G. Thank you for the super chat, man. Again, you guys are nuts. Just shot our duck brother a text to come on the show. I'll let you know when I hear something back. That would be really cool. Thank you, Fuzzy. I appreciate that. Wrench Capital would be awesome. I think he's just in his own lane. Tom Nash has an Irish hedge fund manager on his show. Can't remember his name, but his interview I watched was very good. I can look into that. Floyd. Oh, God. You guys are nuts tonight. We haven't even, it's still early. We still have a long time left to stream, and you guys are going nuts. All right, we got to bring up Stonko Tracker too. For the options, I forgot to do that earlier for you guys. Dun, dun, dun. Hold up. All right, here we go. Boom. All right. Calls for tomorrow, 24,000 are in the money. There's going to be some more tomorrow. Not a lot, though. No gamma squeeze. Next week, the monthly expiration date, 75,400. Not enough to cause a gamma squeeze, but there's 260,000 out of the money. Now, a lot of those are probably the 145. But the next time that we see already a bunch of calls already in the money is September. Now, is it possible that those have already been delta hedged for? Yeah. But at the same time, we're still at like hanging out at these higher levels. And if we can get like, if the price keeps continuing to go up and a lot more contracts go in the money and more institutions are selling contracts, then possible gamma squeeze. Let's see. We going bananas. Match chair. I don't think I could have match chair on the show. That would be hard. Be like, hey, can you like send me your chair? Be like, what? What do you think about strikes at 49 to 50 for tomorrow? If you want to gamble, you can go for it. Do whatever you want. Like you would just be gambling at that point. According to Benzinga, a lot of calls were placed today for tomorrow and next week, $50 to $100 strike prices. Interesting. I think Matt looks at those on stream, the unusual options activity. But yeah, I mean, there's going to be a lot of people wanting to play options on AMC because over the last couple of weeks, the implied volatility on the option chain has just gone down. So options are cheaper. Retail can get into them more. People can get more contracts and speculate on if the price is going to shoot up. Look at this right here. I don't know if you guys can see this, but on the level 2, the only sell orders are $205 for 25 shares, $210 for 2 shares, and $18,000 with 23 shares. Yeah, that doesn't mean their date is tomorrow. That's possible too. Can you get B Hayes on? I could try. 624 contracts at the $100 strike for July 16th was one of the big sweeps on Benzinga. So what that really means is that people think there's going to be a big move coming up for AMC. And with those options, if we saw another spike to like 60, 65, 70, those probably need to get really close to the money with the theta and implied volatility. So, I mean, it could just be a YOLO from somebody, but that's a big YOLO. Oh my God. They might be selling tomorrow. Oh, they could be. Or buying January calls doesn't mean. Yeah, Vegas. Just because people are buying January calls does not mean that it's going to happen in January. I'm more talking about with the options, the potential for another gamma squeeze, because I think we're like one more big gamma squeeze away from being at the levels where the shorts are going to be like, and the brokers that are like loaning them these shares and are facilitating these trades are going to be like, yeah, enough is enough. We can't have this anymore. Like, this is going to get so bad that 1, you're going to go out of business. 2, we're going to lose a lot of money too. And like, it's just not good for anybody. I had some fun today, picked up a few 48s for tomorrow. Good luck, man. You're chilling right now. Yeah, 70. Yeah, let's see. Yeah, I can get Jackson on. I might be able to send him a message like now. We've had him on a couple of nights. I usually like let him know that I'm streaming at night, and then I'll be like, here's the link, just hop on whenever. Jackson's always welcome to come on. Also, you guys are like absolutely crushing it in the stream today with the likes. Thank you. And shout out to everybody sending in the super chats. All of you have done that. You guys don't need to, and that's so generous. Thank you. I made a ton on 42s when I entered at 39. What a wild day. Nice. I mean, I don't typically like day trade options unless like there's a big piece of news that comes out. So like when Elon tweeted Tesla's overvalued or Tesla's stock price is too high, in my opinion, those options went from being like, I think it was like, that was like a 1,500% gain in like 5 minutes. They're crazy sometimes with news. You got to be careful though. Vix, I can probably get Review Dork to come on. Let me know. I see the Norm. Definitely, I'd love to have him on. I've tried to DM him in the past, but his DMs I don't think are open. So I mean, I like replied to one of his tweets one time to try to get him on, but yeah, who knows? Anybody's welcome to come on. Like I don't. Are there any female AMC YouTubers you could bring on? I don't know. Below 40 was my entry plan for last week. Auto buys. Nice. Nice. No, I like Gabe. Gabe's cool. Oh, Antics. Antics is back. Eric. SCB, I have an incredibly important question. How many more shorts did they add today? Well, Eric, according to the reported data, they returned 615,000 shares. But somehow the utilization went up. So because of that, I would expect to see that there's not like they're willing to lend out shares, if that makes like they don't want to loan out more shares. Oh, transparency. You'll try Matt in the mods only chat on Discord? Yeah, thank you so much. I'd love to have him on. I know he's a super busy guy, so if he can't, I understand. What? Yeah, Keenan is awesome. He's not having it. I can't do it. All right. What else did we have today? Oh, this Wells Fargo stuff. A lot of people were confused on this in my video today, and we should clear this up because this is important. Let's find it. This Wells Fargo stuff is kind of nuts. So I actually saw the actual letter from this like last week. And I talked about it once in one of my videos. And I was like, yeah, this is important. It looks like they're looking for a correction. But now CNBC is talking about it, which got everybody talking about it. Also, everybody drop some oven mitts for Keenan in the chat. Okay, so here's what we have. The bank is shutting down all existing personal lines of credit in the coming weeks and no longer offers the product, according to customer letters reviewed by CNBC. Doesn't sound too bad. The product, which typically gave users $3,000 to $100,000 in revolving credit lines, was pitched as a way to consolidate higher interest credit card debt. Yeah, pretty much whatever. When we come down here, this is where it like really gets important. Wells Fargo recently reviewed its product offerings and decided to discontinue offering new personal and portfolio line of credit accounts to close all existing accounts. And it also says up here, Wells Fargo warned customers that the account closures may have an impact on your credit score. So if you're a Wells Fargo customer and you see that they're about to do this and you have one of these lines of credits, you're obviously not going to want to bank with them anymore because they're screwing you over. Now, think about a portfolio line of credit. So a lot of people do this who have a lot of money in an investment account. Say you have $1 million and you want to say buy a house and you need, let's say, a $300,000 down payment. But so what you could do is you could just sell that stock, but then you'd have to pay taxes on it. It's not in the market anymore. But what you can do is you can do one of these portfolio lines of credit and you can take out this money, basically borrow against your own stock holdings now and pay a small interest rate on it. But the actual loan is based on like the value of the portfolio. So if Wells Fargo is now saying we're not going to have, we're closing out all of these portfolio lines of credit, odds are they're expecting a major correction to come in a lot of people's portfolios, because if the portfolio values go down, then the loan, like those loans can go underwater really quick. The hedge fund manager that Tom Nash interviews is called Patrick Boyle. Interesting. Oh, Kringle would be cool. But yeah, this Wells Fargo stuff, very interesting. And Wells Fargo is like one of like the riskier banks. They've gotten in trouble for a lot of things over the years. So it wouldn't necessarily surprise me that they would have to do this. They loaned out too much against all of these portfolios. But if we see another institution start to do this, that's going to be bad. People will have to sell to get money back to Wells Fargo. No, you just have to pay off your loan. Yeah, back in the kitchen. Oh, Eric Bissell has another incredibly important question. They returned 600,000 shares out of 100. million today, and we jumped almost $3. Then if they returned all of them, yeah, it's not linear, Eric. Like this is a situation that you can't really just come out and say, hey, we saw this amount of shorts cover this many shares. The price went up this amount. So if they covered all of the shorts, we would expect to see the price go up by X amount. There's a lot of other factors going on. One of the main reasons why we saw the whole market bounce today was because of one, like Dr. Fauci comment. That was really it. Yep, I'm going to take out all my index funds and reinvest in hard assets and local muni bonds to ride out the potential correction. That could be smart. I'm definitely going to be going into real estate. Gold was up today at one point. When the market was down the most, gold was actually up. So that kind of makes sense. But I really, because it's still like an ETF, so it sometimes follows the market. Mr. Opio, if I was a YouTuber, I'd like my emoji to be a pineapple. What's my emoji? Is it a bowl? Is that what it is? So if you buy a house, how much taxes do you have to pay? Depends on the house. Gold, oil, and gas were all up. Yeah, isn't that Gush? Gush is oil and gas. It's like the Direxion, like 3 times levered. Don't mess around. I mean, unless you're going to buy shares and are really bullish on it, 3 times levered stuff is super risky. Not financial advice. Do whatever you want. It's a mayo jar. I don't even want to hear it with the mayo stuff. Again, I'm so confusing. Buy a house, do not rent. Or you can buy a house and rent to others. How was the interview? It was good. Yeah. AJ, yes. I would definitely hire property managers though. Eric, that was funny. What thoughts on AMC? I bullish. Yeah. How does the 3 times leverage stuff work? I've looked into it a couple of times. I knew how it worked at one point. It's basically a derivative. Like, because it's deriving its price from something else. And they recalculate every day. So it's very strange. Buy a house and rent it. Buy another one and live in it. Or buy like a 5 unit. You can like basically you don't have to, if the deal works, you don't have to, like, there's different lending standards, live in one of them and house hack a 5 unit. That's probably what I'll try to do because no bank will give me a loan. Do I have any predictions? It won't go left. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah. Do you really think that AMC can go up to 30K, 40K, 50K a share? Could. It can go as high as it wants to. What's everyone's thoughts on Turo as in renting your personal cars? I mean, Vegas, you can do that. I've just heard like some horror stories. And like, then like, if you're trying to get a cool car to drive around, but you don't really want to pay much for it, it's like you're going to have other people in it, like driving it around. Some of you guys are wild. Kenny G's personal fluffer. Thank you so much for that big super chat. Like, thank you so much. You guys sending in the super chats are awesome. Shout out to everybody liking the video too. You guys are also really cool. But Kenny G's personal fluffer says, I think you're my long lost brother. Did you fall down a well when you were 2? I don't think so. But my brothers did try to get me to jump down a flight of stairs when I was really young. Thank you so much for that super chat, though. I really appreciate it. I don't really look at my position anymore. I'm so callous from January. Average 1103 in AMC. I'm here till they cover. You, Matt, Trey, TMI are the best. Thanks, man. I really appreciate that. Oh, Jackson, you want to come up, man? We were just talking about having you on. I didn't know you were available. Let's see. I'll shoot you the link right now, buddy. Ho, this is going to be fun. Let's see. I'm terrible at using Twitter. Here we go. I think that's the real Jackson, unless we have an impersonator. That would stink. I believe autonomous vehicles would be the way. We're at the beginning of the S-curve. Yeah, I'm focused really on AMC right now. I have an $8 average cost. No way I'm selling and day trading at this average cost price. I was not suggesting to do that at all. Oh, perfect. Jackson, I just sent you the link, buddy. If you can, definitely hop on. It will get stopped in terms of like volatility halts. Yeah, it'll definitely experience volatility halts, like 100%. Oh my. Kenny G's personal fluffer with another awesome super chat. Thank you so much. All I have to say is it needs to hit 122,000 for my $1 billion mark. If I am not worried, you don't need to be worried. Kenny is funding my addiction. Is that from like the fluffing? That's not late enough for these types of comments. I don't think we'll be there in a little while. We got like another hour left before we start making funny comments. Kenny, stop being a stalker. Ooh, bloop bloop. What's up, Jackson? How you doing?
How you doing, man? How you doing, Short the Bigs?
Good.
Nice, dude.
Today was nuts, man.
Oh, today was awesome.
It was the beginning price and closing price. The closing price, awesome. Beginning price, whoo.
Yeah. I mean, I saw that support level at $39. I think we all saw it for like weeks. So I wasn't worried. You know, I didn't think it was going to go below that.
Right. I was really thinking about like running to the bank to like just throw money around and just like try to get money in to buy the dip, but I couldn't. I was like, I'm not going to be able to do this in time.
Dude, I know. I wish I had more cash. I can't wait till I get paid.
Yeah. Every single time I had cash, it was just like in that high 50, low 60 range, and I couldn't contain myself. I was like, I have to do it.
But you know, at this point, like if you buy in at 40 or if you buy in at 60 and it goes to thousands per share, you're not really going to remember what you bought in at.
Right. My whole thing is like trying to get as many shares possible now. So like if I can like get them at a lower price, maybe I'll get like 5-10% more shares. But
let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
Are you happy with the amount of shares that you have?
Yes.
Nice.
But I could always get more. That like my thing is like I could always buy more shares. If I can buy more shares, I will buy more shares.
Yeah. But that's such a huge part of why you probably don't worry, and maybe some of our viewers do, because it's like I'm already like confident in my position. Like I don't, I'm not scrambling to get more. Like I have enough to, if it does skyrocket, I'll be set,
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, like I'll be frank, like when I started covering this, I did not have that many shares, and it's just because I didn't have that much money. But then I played options and I put those profits into shares, and so now I have enough where I'm like completely content.
Mm-hmm.
And so now you just sit back and relax at this point.
Yeah, I know I can guaranteed get another 100 shares at 40 if I want to,
There
with
we
my
go.
$40 strike for January. So I know there's that.
There we go.
Oh, do you want to shout out your video from yesterday? I saw something with Rogue that you guys were talking about today on Twitter that you covered yesterday. What was that all about?
Oh, that was just a lawsuit against the big banks, J.P. Morgan, Chase, Credit Suisse, Bank of America, and they are being accused of it was called bid rigging and like
Yeah,
basically like manipulation of the market against the banks. So there's a whole lot of deception going on right now.
it was like, was it like Treasury rig it? Like they were rigging the Treasury bids?
That might have been it, but they were doing it for the past 16 years. So like, none of this stuff is new. It's been like this for a while. It's just the apes exposed it.
Yeah, exactly. Dude, that's a scene right from Billions. Have you seen that show?
No, it looks like a cool show though.
Yeah, that's like one of like there's one storyline where it's like, oh, they were rigging treasuries. It's like, oh, yeah, they do that, I guess.
Well, you know what? That guy Astro on Twitter
Yeah.
and AC Bigums, those are my go-tos right now. Those are my guys. And we talk on the phone, and they are figuring out quite a lot right now. And it's not good, it's not bad, it is what it is. But we're figuring out how they're kicking the can this far down the road. And I don't think many people have talked about it. So I'm going to talk about it when I get the okay, when the DD is finalized. But it's just it's just a waiting game. Like nothing has changed. I didn't think this would get to July, but this is where we are. So
Yeah.
that's what
I've
it
seen
is.
a lot of people like talking about shorting treasuries too. Like they've been doing it for years. You can see it in the 10-year chart. But like the thing about that I don't get is like if they're shorting the yield, I don't know how they would short the yield.
I don't know, but I
Like,
can tell you that the TLT, the 10-year bond.
yeah, I love TLT.
Well, I don't know if you might know this, but it's been running inversely to AMC, like a mirror image of it. So every time TLT goes up, AMC goes down, and vice versa.
Yeah. It's
And
supposed to be like the inverse of the 20-year treasury, but like the 20-year isn't like a thing. So it's like a weird hybrid thing that tracks bonds.
okay,
There's
yeah,
I'll show you something on TLT if I can do it.
for sure.
I'll do it over here. Oh, it's not gonna let me do it. Hold on. I always mess this stuff up on the desktop. Like doesn't let me do things that I want to do sometimes. I'm like, all I'm doing is clicking buttons and it's not working. This should work. This right here. You see this massive spike?
Yeah.
That was when the Fed did its 2 emergency rate cuts.
Okay.
So eventually they're going to raise rates. So TLT is going to freak out. The issue is that so many people know about the TLT options now that they're not cheap. They're like not cheap anymore. There was like one guy on YouTube that I know called this out, and it was like a 10,000% options play or more. It was crazy. But there's another one. It's like the inverse of TLT. It's TBT. And it's just the other way around. And this one's not broken. So for those of you guys who where is it? Hold on. I'm trying to look for it. There's this does some weird stuff too. It's just the other side of, and maybe it was this. This right here. There it is. Like the crash and comes back up. So the bond plays are really good right now, I think. I'm just waiting for the right time.
Yeah. I just play AMC and GME, man. There's so much weird stuff going on.
Yeah.
Like all the crypto was down. I was up at 2 a.m. and 3 a.m. this morning. All the crypto was down. Every stock was down. That is not normal.
Yeah. I like trading like a lot of options, and like I don't see like a lot of good stuff on AMC's option chain right now. So like these are the type of things that I would look at now, that when AMC starts to take off and the market starts to have one of these corrections, like these are the things to have, in my opinion, to play the correction. Oh, I think we lost Jackson for a minute. I think oh, there he is. There we go.
Sorry about that, brother.
No, you're good.
Yeah, my alarm just went off, so it like messed with my phone.
Oh, you're good, man.
But yeah, what are you thinking, man? What are you thinking about the future of AMC, or what do you think is important to talk about?
I pointed out the Wells Fargo thing. I don't know if you saw that today. There was like this Wells Fargo situation where they're like canceling their portfolio lending program, or like the portfolio lines of credit. So like that to me shows that they're thinking that the market's going to pull back and those loans would go underwater. But like for AMC today, like I think we're one more gamma squeeze away from like taking off.
Yeah. From shorts covering.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. What do you think?
You know what? The only date I'm looking forward to is July 14th, when GME launches their crypto at 4:20 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Nobody knows if it's a crypto dividend or not. But I do believe if we hold over $70 on AMC for a couple days, we hold that, that puts pressure on the shorts that they will not be able to sustain. So I believe it's going to squeeze to ridiculous amounts. I just can't say when, but I think most apes are up a lot, so it's not too difficult to wait,
Right.
What's good, TMI?
What's up, buddy?
Nothing much. How are you guys doing?
We're just hanging out, talking some AMC.
I was in the live chat just now complaining, but I didn't even realize I was actually online just now. Amazing. You guys talk about some bond play, eh?
Yeah. The guys that Astro and Bigums are big on TLT too, but once Jackson is able to talk about that, I'm 100% going to be in attendance watching.
Yeah.
Oh, is that like a DD coming out?
Yeah. So I was on the phone last night for a while, and my guys figured out how they're kicking the can this far down the road. And it's not what people have talked about. And I will say this, the convertible bonds video that I put out like 2 weeks ago, that was not so far from the truth.
Okay.
And they're using many other ways to create liquidity so that they can prove that they're good to hold their position. Because for so long, up until like May or even like June, it made sense to me how they were still kicking the can. I understood it. Like I understood they still have the cash. But then once it started hitting like mid-June, late June, and now we're into July, and they're still doing the same short manipulation, nothing was making sense. And so that's when I started to research more. And I stumbled upon these guys, and they came up with the answer. They figured it out. It's like, it's all on the internet. You could look it up for yourself. So
I was talking to Short the Vix about this, and I was like, the theory, my theory behind this, and this is just like from a top line perspective, is that they aren't technically, putting naked shorts into the market. So I haven't found out, and this is probably will link right into your DD, and you guys will probably break it down beautifully. I couldn't find out, where they were getting either the leverage or the fake liquidity to leverage, to act like they had enough to actually put these shares into the market. So my thing was, if they're using synthetics to make it seem like they had more shares were available to borrow than possible, then they could continue to naked short, but they wouldn't actually be naked shorting as long as, they can make it seem like they're easy to borrow shares. Now, there are still millions of shares that are easy to borrow, but every single morning we go online and it's only 1 million shares to borrow, 1 million shares to borrow, 1 million shares to borrow. But mind you, they're on the threshold list, which means, they have 2.5 million shares of FTDs. And they still have to get, like, it's not quite making sense. It's not quite there. There's no definitive proof into exactly what they're doing, but the numbers are adding up and they're always falling one short. So I'm looking forward to that DD, because I think
Me too.
technically they're not really naked shorting. They're just fudging a lesser. They're breaking a lesser rule that wouldn't be naked shorting, which is allowing them to naked short, which in turn is kind of like kicking the can down the road.
Yeah.
Ah, shoot.
Oh, is he back? Jackson, you good?
Heard of the doom.
You good?
Yeah, dude.
All
My
right, cool.
alarms keep going off to tell me to exercise. I'm sorry, man.
Oh, Ron Allen, thank you so much for the super chat, man. I really appreciate it. What's up, gents? Enjoy you both. Just tuning in. Your thoughts on why we had such a rally? Another, how do reverse repos play into this? And then, so before we answer that question, Jackson, on the DD video that you put out with like Bigums and Astro, I think it's like completely correct. The only thing wrong with it is the timing. Like, it's just not happening now.
Well, I can't say a whole lot.
I was to say he's probably tight-lipped right now. You don't want to spill all the beans yet until everything.
No,
is
I was
ready.
talking about like the original one with the convertible bonds, because the fact that they came out and said, yeah, those were all done, but like the fact that they had them before.
But I think Jackson's gonna come out with a remix.
Yeah. So yeah, it will be a remix.
All right, we can hold off on that one then.
No, I can address that. So it's not about convertible, but you can still use bonds to have a shorting effect on the stock. So we got the convertible part wrong, but everything else was correct. And that's just one part of the equation. It is all in the bonds, like the title said, but it's also in other things, how they're creating this liquidity so that when they're like, I don't think people realize this. They're getting margin called probably daily at this point because of the new rules, but they're meeting the margin calls because they're showing proof of liquidity. How do they get that liquidity? We figured it out. And it's not anything illegal. It's completely, it's going through loopholes, but
yeah, they're using treasuries.
Yeah, that's part of it. But there's
no. Don't spill too much. Don't spill too much.
I won't. I'm just like going through my head with the repos.
I know.
That's the liquidity stuff and the collateral crisis. Like,
it's all about liquidity. It's all about liquidity, and it's not retail versus the hedge funds like I used to think it was. That's not what it is. It's retail versus something else. And I'll talk about it in my video and it'll all make sense. Okay. And another big point of it is this conflict of interest. How do you have somebody working for Citadel, but he's also high up in the DTCC? Mm-hmm. Citadel controls 40% of all transactions on the NYSE. That's a direct conflict of interest. In any other market, industry, sector, I used to work at a law firm, so I know a little bit about this. In any other field like that, that's a conflict of interest and it wouldn't be allowed. But this has been allowed forever because they're in each other's pockets. They're quote unquote in bed with each other. Obviously not literally for some of the people that don't get that, but they're coming up with this liquidity. So they actually are getting margin called, but they're meeting the margin call requirements. And it's not done by a person. It's done by an algorithm. It's done by a computer. And so, I'll put it out soon, man. But it's not bad news. It's not good news. It just explains how we're still in the same position we've been in for months.
I'm excited for that.
So am I.
Yeah, I'd love to talk to those guys too. That would be fun at some point. Because I was gonna shoot one of them a message about TLT. I was like, dude, you're on it. I was like, you're in the right direction.
Oh yeah, dude. No, they're awesome people, man. They're really cool.
Yeah. So the question from before was, oh, we got another one. Ron Allen, I hope TMI washes that mask.
No. These masks don't wash. They just get evolved. That's it. That's it. From one to another one.
So the question was your thoughts on why we had such a rally and how do the reverse repos play into this? So why do you guys think we had that rally today?
Go for it, TMI.
There can be 1,001 different reasons for why the rally. Like it's hard to say, right? It's just put it this way. It makes more sense to ask, why did we dip with so much positive news coming into this week? Like,
Right.
you think about it, right? We had good news with UFC, potential esports, movies coming out. Think theaters continue to open back up. There is this Delta variant, thing that's going on, but it hasn't really impacted theaters as a whole at this time. They have the shared dilution that was taken off the table. Like, so much good news, and then the drop. So those didn't quite correlate. I think that's the actual question that we should be focusing on, less about, because we just made up for yesterday today. That's all we did.
Yeah.
We just took yesterday off the book. So yesterday was just basically like they were basically covering what they did yesterday, in my opinion. The damage was basically undone, right? So we were happy to see it, because today, like this morning, it was such a down 14% in the pre-market. Like, it's a bit shocking. But it's more so to me about, why were we red for the last 2-3 days with so much good news coming out?
Right. We got some news, guys.
Day 9.
Day 9.
And look how green we were today, and they still have 2.5 million FTDs. Like, come on.
So we're on the threshold, everybody.
Nice.
Jackson, do you have an opinion on if the 13 days is today or the 14th?
My understanding is the 13 days falls on the 14th, Wednesday of next week. Wait. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Yeah, 13 would be next Wednesday.
Yeah, that's what I think too, because it's settlement days. But there's a lot of debate. It's just like a day, everybody's just wondering how to read the thing.
I've also heard that it's 35 days and not 13.
Yeah, there's a lot like with the threshold list. What I like to say is like it's either a neutral or a positive thing. It's not.
Yeah. It's like they have to cover at some point, man. It doesn't matter.
Exactly. And as long as, and this is another thing too, people always ask, like, how do you know they'll cover? How do you know they'll cover? Now we'll know. Like, this is another key indication. If they're on the threshold list every single day from now until the squeeze, we'll know.
Mm-hmm.
Like, every single day at 9 o'clock, we'll know if they're on the threshold list. They did not cover at least 2.5 million FTDs. And this is the thing now, they could be compounding. Like, they just could be adding on more and more, because there's no indication into if they're adding, like, there's no threshold list times 2. There's no like categories on the threshold list. It's just a minimum.
Right.
So they could keep putting themselves in a worse position, and we would just not be the wiser. So we'll see.
Yeah.
We'll
Do you guys
see.
think the little hedge fund got margin called? That's Ron's question.
No.
I don't know about that. Yeah.
It would have been a much bigger price movement. I think today, if he's talking about today's price movement, is that what he's talking about?
Yeah, I think so. Stefanie actually had a interesting idea on that, but go ahead.
No, I think it's either I think some of the fails to deliver were covered today when it went from 39 to 49. It was either that or it was just apes buying pressure, and it might have been a combination of the two.
Yeah. I guess there was a million share dark pool print at 41.
That makes sense.
So that could have jump started us a little bit. Where is that? It's like right here.
That was the biggest 15-minute candle.
It's right. It's this candle right here, but in the dark pool though. So I don't know.
that typically happens. And the way that Stefanie explained it is when the buying happens below us, it's very bullish. It's very bullish. Actually, somebody sent me information today from her saying that if we get above 42, we're very bullish. This is from her information from her app and her group. I don't want to say who it was, but they sent the information saying if we get above 42, it's bullish. If we go below 39, it's bearish. And we hit above 42 and then just tick off. But when we do see big buying from the huge prints below us, it means that big money is making a bet.
Right.
That at this price, we can be very profitable. If we see big money selling above us, it's not good. So I delayed the part 2 of the video with Stefanie because I didn't want to create FUD in the market. Because I don't know if people picked it up or not, but she was saying, someone sold above us at 61, which is a bearish signal. And I was just like, holy shit, if I release this right now, it could possibly add to paper hands selling off. It was a weird spot to be in, right? So I delayed the part 2 video until later just to see what happened. And then it kind of dropped the way she kind of projected. And I was just like, holy shit, this is a bit off, because I think it fell a bit more than expected. But when she says there's going to be a big buy at 41, 42, we could potentially be seeing, I don't want to put numbers out there. No one make any trades based off this information, please. All right. We could potentially be seeing 52, 53, 54, 55 tomorrow morning before pre-market.
Oh yeah,
Somebody,
easy.
yeah, because somebody knows something, right? Somebody knows something to the point where they're putting millions of dollars behind it, like this. 41, easy money. It's like, okay, we're probably not gonna see 41 for a while then. Like, we could be done. So we'll see.
Yeah, today was nuts. Today was crazy.
Yeah, after
Well-
hours just kept running.
Yeah, well, we were down. Remember, I think when we were on your stream, TMI, we were down like 2%, and now we
ended off just even, and then as soon as I got offline, I got 2 DMs like, as soon as you guys go offline, the stock starts ripping. I was just like, fuck.
Oh, that's tough.
Shoot. Oh man, it was good though. Jackson, what do you think about today?
Me?
Today
Okay.
was incredible, man, and I think people tend to underestimate the diamond-handedness of this movement. Like nothing scares us anymore. Like price movement doesn't scare us. Articles don't scare us. What people tweet about don't scare us. Nothing works because everybody already knows too much. We already know the potential of it. This is not like any other stock that's ever existed in the market. Like we all know that there's a potential for this money to change our lives and we could never have to work again. Do you know what people would do to never have to work again? Especially people that have been like laboring away for decades, dude. Like there are too many people that know too much and too many people have too much money invested and know the potential of this thing. There's not like, when I say nobody's selling this thing, some people take me like literally. It's not literally nobody is selling this thing. And what I mean is the majority of retail is not selling because it would be idiotic to sell at this point when you know that the next door is going to open up. And then a week after that, the next door is going to open up. And then eventually the shorts are going to cover it. See, like we haven't even gotten to the fun part. This is like we're still waiting in line for the theme park, you know. We're still waiting to get into Universal Studios. We haven't even got into the fun part yet.
Talk about it.
But the thing is, it's not just me that knows that. It's millions of people around the world that know that. Like we all know that it hasn't squeezed yet. It squeezes when they start covering, and that's just the beginning. And then it's like, we also know it's a name your price situation. Check this out. If you have the cure to a deadly disease, and say you have the cure to this deadly disease, and there are 1,000 people that have the disease and you have the cure for it, they will pay you any numerical value to buy it from you because you are the only person that has that. It's the same exact scenario with our shares. We have exactly what the shorts need. They don't have what we need. We need nothing from the shorts. Like I don't need a thing from a short or a hedge fund. They need what we have, and that's why it's a name your price situation. And so when I say this could go to $1 million per share, that's not a joke. That's not to get more views. I was saying that when nobody even knew of me. That's because we name the price, and that's just the bottom line.
Let me tell you how crazy that is, right? You've been saying ain't nobody selling this thing for the longest time, and I referenced that, at least every 5 videos. It's catchy now. And I give you
out we'll just say it.
I say shout out to Jackson Hunter when I say it, but I still, it still comes out. But the funniest thing is today we're down 12-14% in the pre-market. It's 7:30 a.m. on the East Coast, right? People are down. Every once in a while someone comes in like, yo, what the hell's going on? But in the meantime, thousands of people in the live chat just chilling, talking about buying more, talking about we're not going anywhere. And the vibe was so hyped. Like it was almost, I felt like it was 6 p.m. I felt like we were outside having drinks and everyone's just like, we're not selling this thing. I felt like it was after a green day. Like it was that kind of vibe. And we're down 12%. I'm thinking in my head, I'm like, if anyone on the short side, from a financial institution is tuning in right now, they are pissing themselves. They are frustrated because there's no way that thousands of people should be jumping onto a live chat saying, we're happy, we're buying more, this is a sale. That's the exact opposite of what is intended by this price manipulation, which is scary as all hell. Because if we're celebrating when we're down 14%, don't let us get green. Don't let us get green. We're going to start telling our friends. We're going to start telling our fans. Like I made a video tonight called the perfect video to tell your friends, or I'm not talking to the retail investors. Don't even watch it. Just share with your friends. This is about spreading the word, because at this level, your friends can get back in now. Any one of your friends that's a little scary, they're like, you know what, 60, 55 is a little high. Okay, cool. Now we're at 50. We just bounced off at 39. We just showed a low level of support. Watch us tomorrow morning as we go into the weekend. I don't know, man. I'm pumped.
I like to say, if we get worried about these like $3, $4, $5 price movements, how are you going to feel when we fluctuate hundreds or thousands of dollars in a day? Like, where this is just not even the appetizer.
Yeah, we could
Like,
potentially be moving our
we haven't
price
even
target.
gotten to dinner yet.
Yeah, we could potentially be moving our current price in days. Like the whole price right now. We're at $49. We can be moving $49 in days, in hours, in minutes. Like, this is down the road, but we gotta just relax. We gotta just relax. Take it easy. Jackson, you gotta take us through some yoga down the line, man. We gotta do some live yoga with some YouTubers and get this stuff going.
All right, do it with me right now. You breathe in through the nostrils.
I need some, dude.
Don't gotta tell me twice.
Severe back problems from
I
sitting in
know.
this
I woke up
chair
a little
looking this
sore
way
this
all
morning.
day.
Yeah, I'm ready for
All right,
it. Hit me.
we're gonna do 3 breaths right now. You go in through the nose, out through your mouth. Okay. So here we go. In through the nose to the count of 4. Hold it. Out through your mouth. So it's count of 4. Hold it for 2, and then out to a count of 4. So one more time. In through the nose. Hold it. You're already starting to feel better. I can tell. We'll do one more. I should have been a meditation coach in another life. One more time. In through the nose. Hold it. And that's how you meditate.
Bro, don't get me.
That's awesome.
Okay, we're good to go. I
like that. Was great.
I like that. I'm telling you, those West Coast guys, man, they know what's going on. They can max and relax and chill like nobody else. I love it.
They can. Oh, we have some super chats coming in. Thank you guys so much for all of the super chats. We all really appreciate it. I know Jackson goes live, TMI goes live. We all really appreciate your support. Mr. Opio, so whales buying under us is like adding a layer upon layer of concrete of support, making it harder for shorts to chisel through. That's how I look at it.
Yeah, that's how I'm seeing it too.
Yeah.
Like if you look at the chart, actually, no, I know you guys some chats to go. Yeah, read them off.
No, you're good. You're good.
If you look at the chart, sometimes it's difficult to see it. But if you look at STV's chart right now, picture, everything that's underneath the line to be a mountain. And picture everything that's above the line to be the sky, right? There's certain parts of the mountain that are solid and certain parts of the mountain that are just slowly being built. Like if they're not quite solid rocks yet, right? But the base of it's weird. It's difficult to understand. But when you have solid people buying like millions of shares, they're saying, if I'm shorting the stock and I see a big print for $1 million coming in at a certain price, that means if the price goes back down there, they're going to buy more because that's where they see value. And that part's scary. I mean, okay, I don't want to short down there anymore because they're just going to eat that shit up. And if they eat that stuff up, it's going to cost me money because we're not going to be able to go below that. So that's the difficult part.
Right.
For shorts, it's good for us, but it's a difficult part for shorts.
Yeah. Chris Raymer, thank you so much, man. This is it. Hedgies have to come to us to buy back legit shares. Think this way. You can go out and scratch your dad's car so you run off. Eventually you have to go home and face the consequences. Hedgies have to come to us. That's a good way of looking at it.
Yeah.
That's it. That is it.
And then Chris Harley, thank you so much. After covering the threshold FTDs, they will remain on the list for 5 settlement days and only come off if they do not still qualify for the threshold per SEC. Interesting.
Hey, boys, I'm going to get off. I got to upload my daily update. I love you guys. Thank you, Short the VIX. Thank you, TMI. I'll see you guys soon, okay?
Absolutely.
God,
Jackson,
buddy.
you're always welcome to come on, man.
Jackson, we're going to hit you up with a message later on tonight.
Yeah, we are.
About
All
what?
right.
Yeah.
Okay,
Okay.
yeah. Okay, we'll talk in a bit.
All right, later.
Yeah. Peace, guys.
That's gonna be crazy. I forgot about that.
The
Uh-huh.
yeah.
Whoa,
How could you
whoa,
forget
whoa.
about that?
No, because I forgot that it's like, you know what I mean? Same person.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I almost said it out loud. That's what I mean. I was almost just like, so what's going on with that? Like, what are we doing?
Dude, this stream was fun. We were cranking in here.
I saw. I was watching. I was eating dinner, watching a show while watching the live. It was pretty dope.
Whew,
It was pretty
multitasker.
dope.
What were you
I
eating?
know. I had some sweet potatoes. I had some chicken breasts, and I had some salad.
I'm a huge sweet potato fan.
It's just good.
I love sweet potatoes.
It's just good. Can we get
Was
some
it
sweet potatoes in the
like sweet
chat?
potato fries or was it like?
No, just diced.
Gotcha. Yeah. Ooh, Ben Levine. Thank you so much, man. Oh wow, you guys are going nuts right now. Thank you guys all for the super chats. I really appreciate it. I have a theory. I think the bad hedgies are shorting at the beginning of the day and covering at the end, hoping to shake out some Portnoys.
Ooh, I like that. I
I think there's a
hashtagged
part
not a
two coming.
Portnoy this morning. I love that.
Juan says TMI, aka Mass Investor. Is that mask a part of your merch? Because I would buy one.
It's coming. It's coming. I'm gonna release it once we get into a little bit more green territory. Once we're in this little, red bend, I'm gonna chill for a little bit. I want to make sure people get their tendies first. So once we get into a little more green territory, then I'll let that stuff out.
Yeah, you guys know the deal with my stuff. I've had it on forever. Get it if you want. If you don't, it's perfectly fine.
He's
I
had
made
it
it for
on.
me.
Yeah, he's had it on for such a long time.
Yeah.
But we're buying the dip on that. He had a sale when AMC went down, so we bought the dip on his stuff. That's the deal there.
Ferris Bueller's Day Off equals the short squeeze.
What the hell's going
Remember
on
the
here?
scene where he crashed, where he
No, I remember that. Check the chat.
the super?
Oh, not the super. I can't even see the super anymore.
Sweet potato fries?
You'll see it. I
don't
need
get it.
rogues. Who's Gary Gensler?
Oh, who is Gary Gensler?
Who's Gary Gensler?
Ron, thank you for another super chat, man. I love the ape community. Race, religion, sexual orientation, religion, creed do not matter with apes. Proud of the community and of you all. We're proud of everybody. You guys all crush it every single day.
Such an amazing community. Man, oh man, just rocking. Yes, we're still on the threshold. We're still on the
I can
threshold.
pull that up again to show it. Darth Bane, I didn't want to miss the dono rocket. Thanks for all you do. Thanks to all of you guys. We wouldn't be able to do this if it wasn't for all of you. I mean, TMI,
100%.
we got 3 minutes left till our stream power half hour. So be prepared, buddy.
Our stream power half hour. Oh, okay, I know what you mean. Yep. Oh, so another half an hour there, Rogue. Another half an hour there. I feel like it always gets a little crazy in that last half an hour.
It does. We always go a little bit wild in the last half hour.
This is good. This is good. I'm down for a while. This is okay.
Oh, Ben Levine with his part 2 to the original one. I think a good hedgie like BlackRock or Vanguard noticed this pattern and bought before they could cover today, ruining their plan. It's possible. What I really think happened with the market today is that Dr. Fauci came in and just saved everything. Because if you look at the time that the notice came out from the statement from Fauci and what the market did, it's like within 20 minutes.
Within minutes, yeah. And I don't know. It's for the last 5 months. Let's say 4 months, be conservative, but 5 months. Sorry, no, what month are we now? We're in July. For the last 6 months, almost every single public statement coming up from the government addressing people, you see a dip and then you see a rip, and it's almost like clockwork. It's just about every single time. Leading into it, you see huge dips. The day before, you see drop-offs. After hours, red. As soon as everything is said and done, green. Like almost every single time. Now, mind you, that's going to change. Eventually, the red will come and stay. I feel like that time is getting closer and closer. But up until now, it's been pretty similar every single time.
Yeah. Oh, TMI, do you know when the 13Fs are coming out? Ron's asking for BlackRock. When is the 13F filed? I think it's like 30 to 45 days from
Yeah, I
end of
think Rogue
Q2,
said.
right?
Yeah, I think Rogue says coming out 30 days. It's gonna be a minute. I think he was waiting for the 13Fs to be released for that thing he was working on before.
Yeah, the 13Fs are always fun to see. But
It takes a while.
they're helpful, but they're so delayed. That's like
Mhm.
everything that we get. It's just delayed.
That's it. Like a
Like
delayed
the
indicator.
SEC, like you were talking about.
Exactly. The SEC is definitely a delayed indicator. It's just like, oh yeah, the SEC is gonna be, placing charges on XYZ. It's like, yeah, we knew that they were screwing up 6 months ago. Thank you now for catching up to what's going on. It's like we're not waiting for the SEC anymore. We're just gonna get this squeeze going ourselves, and whenever they're ready to kind of make charges and point fingers, we'll be okay with it.
Yeah, they can do it after.
Exactly. Shorting AMC is like shorting Robinhood. What?
I would say that's different.
That's slightly different. Yeah.
Yeah.
I've just been noticing on Ortex the amount of borrowed return have been much larger numbers. So
that's where the key theory came from. Okay. Thanks, Ben. Thanks for all the super chats tonight, man. I really appreciate it.
So you've just been noticing that on Ortex the amount of borrowed return have been much larger numbers. So that's where theory came from. Yeah, just a heads up, not necessarily for you, Ben, for anybody else out there. When you borrow shares, it doesn't mean you're going to do anything with them.
Mm-hmm.
It just means you're borrowing them. And I think the hedge funds have been doing a lot of borrowing in the morning, just in case things get out of hand, so that they can short back into the market to keep things down if they need to. And if they don't, then they just return them. And like they just borrow them to make sure that nobody else comes in to borrow them, and then there's zero availability. And then if they need to borrow shares, they can't, right? So they just go in advance, borrow shares, hold them in case nothing happens. They return them. It is what it is.
Yeah. Ben says theories are just for fun, though. End of the day, buy and hold. That's what my dark pool theory was. It was just us having fun. I still think it's plausible, but we really don't know. She said she didn't really say yes or no. Okay. But what she did say was that she hasn't seen prices that different in the dark pool. So it's possible that they could be doing it some other way. But I do think that the theory is plausible, because if they want to get out of their position and they want to cover something, like they can't do it on the open market, because then they would just rip the price up.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I like your theory. I think maybe we should give her some time to look into that.
Yeah.
And then ask
her,
like,
all right, to prove, though.
Yeah, how do you feel now? Yeah, I know what you mean. Somebody asked about whoever that asked that question about puts. If you wouldn't mind saying that question again, I'm not sure exactly what the question was.
Oh, I think I can scroll back. Can you speak on the puts for tomorrow? Yeah, I had Stonko Tracker up.
Let me do the same.
I've been using them a lot more for to track how many contracts are in the money.
Yeah, that's my go-to, just for quick access. I'm getting hooked up with Benzinga soon to get access.
For the unusual options.
Yeah, for their platform as well. And then unusual whales as well. Where the heck is my? Whoop.
Unusual is cool. I like that platform. Yeah, so there's only 47. There's like 48,000 puts in the money right now, but it's going to be less because we've gone up another like $1 in the after hours, so it's going to be slightly less.
How many calls?
Probably a bunch at 50. Let me look. Yeah, I mean, puts just give you the right to sell. So, I mean, I more look at the call side. Ooh. David, thank you for the super chat. FINRA 2119. Everyone should give their input on this. Is that the reporting one
for shorts?
Yeah,
I think so.
Yeah, I covered that a while ago when it came out.
Yeah, that was days ago though, right?
I
I
thought
feel
it was like a couple of weeks ago because I remember seeing a FINRA run come out that had to do with short interest reporting, and
okay.
then now they're asking for comments on it. I think that's like the typical progression where they'll do the rule change, they'll like mess around with it and be like, okay, now give us comments after we've given you time to read it.
Yeah, but I even think they're asking for comments before. Like I think this is the second time now because I think we
Really?
spoke about we spoke about it a lot. Maybe they said that they're going to ask for comments and now you can actually post them. But like it felt like it was old news today when people were asking for it. I was like, I feel like we already covered this.
Yeah. Yeah, because I was like, I'm pretty sure we've seen that before.
It was just approved. People are saying it was just approved now. Okay, so maybe it was just heading that direction beforehand.
Gotcha.
Honestly, you know what the thing is, guys? And this is just me. I'm not speaking for Short the Vix. Some of these things are not this particular example, but some of these things feel like they're just flashy things to be done. So when shit hits the fan, they can point the finger and say, look, we were trying to do this. We were trying to get ahead of this already. We were trying to put this in motion. We were trying to do X, Y, Z. Some of these things are not really just for us. So they're just so that they could say, oh, we were already doing this before we got into the situation. I don't know if this is that. I love the direction that this is going, but it's just like, why now?
I agree.
We were asking for it for months, and potentially people are asking this for years. But only now, once you guys caught your thing in a zipper, you guys want to try doing this now. It's fun. It's cool. But it is what it is. Poop hits the fan.
Ooh, Equinox has a really interesting question for us. Thank you for the super chat, man. Will you guys be taking a break from YouTube after the squeeze? Also, will you guys be back doing stock market plays? Ooh, we've got a lot of info on that.
Yeah, 110%. Yeah. So let me just shoot you a little message here really quickly.
All right. And then also, will you be vlogging / going to ApeCon? We definitely will be going, and we probably will be making those types of videos.
Yeah, I will be vlogging. Okay, so on the backup channel is where you'll be able to see all the vlogs. Any vlog that I do from now until the end of time, I will put on the backup channel, just so that it doesn't get confused with like stock market things.
Yeah.
But vlogging will happen for sure. And if there's any extra vlogging that's done with both of us, well, I won't say anything about that yet. We'll wait for that.
Yeah. This is TMI's backup right here. Boom.
Go follow for safety in case YouTube steals our channels.
Yes, sir. And we're going to be putting out a lot of like clips of stuff on our Instagrams and Twitters. So if you guys don't follow us there already, TMI is _investor on both Twitter and Instagram. And then I'm Short the Vix 1 on both of them as well. But you shoot that message.
In regards to that question.
Yeah.
I literally put 3K up for an ape costume. Okay. Gotcha. What's his name? Said that he put 3K up for an ape costume. Kenny G's personal fluffer. I will wear a cutout with my YouTube name on it. That's hilarious.
That would be funny.
Okay. Cool. So when this is done, when this squeeze is finished, I'll be streaming full time, and creating content full time. This is the plan. Hence the fact that the streaming has been pretty consistent. Plus, there's going to be a weekly podcast. I don't even know how often we're gonna. Maybe once a week.
Yeah, I think we're doing it once a week, and then that the bonus podcast.
Okay. So there's gonna be a weekly podcast with Short the Vix and I. Oh, should we release the title? I don't know if we even.
No, not yet.
Okay, we should wait a little bit.
Yeah, we can't do it yet because we don't want anybody taking it.
Yep, for sure. Oh, we should. Yeah, we'll talk. You know what? This weekend, let's do that.
Yeah,
let's just start taking everything up. Yep. So yeah, full time after the squeeze, and then there's gonna be a weekly podcast with Short the Vix and I. It's gonna be fun times.
Yeah,
fun times.
It's gonna be like this, but we can say whatever we want.
Exactly, without getting dinged.
Yep.
I'll wear a mask with Ken Griffin. with a sad face and teardrops. That's hilarious.
Those meetups are gonna be so much fun.
Oh my goodness! Like, there's gonna be. I think there's gonna be a few meetups. Short the Vix will probably have an update for that sooner than later.
Yeah, we probably will.
There's a bunch of teasing information. I apologize.
Oh, we also have
guys.
to link Rogue. Rogue's YouTube. Rogue is asking to be linked.
Okay, I was just reading the comments.
Oh, the chat's getting wild. The chats have been very tame today.
Yeah. Oh, it's okay. It's okay. We can get that. We can get that party started in a second. Not to worry.
There's Rogues right there. Mr. Opio, thank you for the super chat. Would you let Francis Ngannou punch you in the face his hardest for $10,000 more shares of AMC?
Whoa, stop, stop. 10,000 more shares? Or
No,
$10,000?
he gives me, I receive $10,000 or AMC goes to $10,000. We're gonna have to clarify.
Yeah, we got or 10,000 more shares of AMC. Like, let's figure this part out.
Yeah, we gotta clarify here because if they're just gonna give me $10,000 to get punched in the face by Francis Ngannou, that's a hard no.
Yeah, hell no. We're gonna be rich anyways. Like, come on. Like, no.
Yeah.
No, you better add a few more zeros to that.
I don't need a fractured orbital.
No, it's okay. I'm not gonna. No, that's permanent damage. No, thank you. No, I'm good.
Nobody can have my wife. Jeez. Here we go. It's starting to get a little later. Everybody's starting to get a little loose. You could buy more AMC. Yeah, I could, but I'd also be like deceased.
No, I'm not drinking through a straw for the rest. Nope.
You're not what?
So I'm not eating through a straw for us to. No, it's not gonna happen.
Yeah.
I like chewing.
He like worked in diamond mines for like his entire life.
Yeah, no, he has diamond hands, literally. Like, no, we're okay. You want us to get punched by diamond hands? Stop. Come on now.
I don't.
Ridiculous.
Yeah, exactly. I probably have some CTE.
Yeah,
I played
Sean Hunt
football
says,
since the second grade until like the end of high school. Then I was like, this is enough. We don't need head injuries anymore.
Yeah, you're good. Sean Hunt says brain damage is permanent.
It is. Oh, a link to the
gosh.
live stream. Oh. Can I do that from here? Oh, I can.
Do it up. Punch Rich Greenfield for a penny. That guy's basically he's the worst analyst in history. Like, literally.
This is a good one. AJ, thank you for the super chat, man. Kenny G, Cohen, and Vlad got a F1 kill. One has to not be alive, and then you have to marry another one.
Oh, F, marry, kill. Okay, you want to go first? You want me to go first?
Yeah, you can go if you want. I'm gonna think about this one.
Okay. I'm marrying Cohen for sure.
Yeah.
Cohen's gonna be the ride or die. You already know what time it is. I'm probably gonna F Vlad, make him my bitch, and then Kenny's gotta go. Kenny's gotta go.
I think I'm on the same page with that one. If we're playing this game, I'm on the same page.
I think Vlad has a ponytail, so it just makes it,
See, I told you it was you.
Oh my god.
Dude, you had to go there, TMI. See, that would be a clip. That would be a good clip. What kind of survey? Not a good kind.
Oh my god. All right, that's listen. This is a preview to what the podcast is going to be about, but minus, I don't know if that's going to get dinged or not. Hopefully it won't.
I don't think so.
Yeah.
I mean, my YouTube channel's already been like hurting.
Good. No, I didn't drink a single drop today. I didn't drink. I probably shouldn't, but I did not drink a single drop today.
Dude, it's like a Thursday. Actually, last Thursday.
Oh, yeah, go ahead. Spill the beans on that last Thursday.
No.
Yeah. Okay.
No. Friday was the bad night.
Yeah. Oh, true.
That one stays behind closed doors.
Yeah.
Kenny G's personal fluffer back again. Oh boy. All right. Stock market is like a woman when she goes, boy.
Easy.
Oh, Kenny, dude, like I wish I could read it, but I feel like I have to draw the line tonight on those.
Yeah, you gotta take those ones slow. We gotta take those ones slow.
Oh, see, it didn't make sense in my head until I
Start
got
saying it out loud.
yeah.
Oh, those are the worst. When
Yeah, I don't know what
like,
we're doing that one.
you're skimming through the chat. I don't know if people realize this. When you're skimming through the chat, you're not fully reading every single message. You're kind of like trying to pick up where the questions are, what applies to you, what's just like a comment. You know what I mean? And then when you see a question mark, you're like, okay, let me just read this out loud. And if you read in your head and then read it out loud, it takes twice as long, and then you're missing messages. So you're trying to read it quickly. Sometimes that catches you slipping though.
Yeah, it's hard because we're just like skimming through. There's so many of them.
Send Rogue the link.
I did.
Everyone's like, Rogue link.
I should have changed the title and the thumbnail of this. Whoops.
People coming in expecting me to be Stefanie.
Yeah, probably.
Fluff your pillow. What?
No, that's not what they do.
Are you shorting the VIX today? This morning we should have shorted the VIX, people.
Yeah.
It's up 30%. Short the VIX. You would have made yourself a nice little bit of change.
I mean, not right now.
Oh
I would
my
go-
goodness.
What?
Wait till you see it in the live chat. A nice little segment title.
Does it have to do with noses?
Yep.
Yeah. I mean,
If-
I don't think we should do that on a segment.
If you like go on a rant, it could, I'm just saying, it could be. I'd fluff. Ooh.
Oh boy, you can't say that one.
Oh my goodness. Ma.
I think my mods were all over it tonight. They were on top of it.
Yeah, it was good stuff.
I would look over and then I would just see like a sea of timeouts and I was like, oh boy, what did they say?
You sent me the link to this YouTube live stream, not the restream.
I thought
Okay, I'll send it to
you
him.
were coming on tonight.
I'll send it to him. No, I got you.
I got him. Because Rogan's, I was like, why do you want the YouTube? Because you said YouTube link.
Yeah, I thought he was sick too. Listen, stay.
Yeah, I thought Rogan was sick.
Where's? I can't even say her name online. I forgot about that. Where's Mrs. Rogue? Mrs. Rogue.
Yeah, Mrs. Rogue.
Mrs. Rogue, you gotta get your man under. Tell him, duct tape him to the bed. Make sure he gets healthy. We need him back.
Yeah, he needs an apple orange juice mix.
Oh my god, you guys with that apple orange juice mix.
You ever had it?
Vix is cheating on Rogue with TMI.
Have you ever had the apple orange juice mix?
No, you guys told me to try it before I
I
knock it.
want to hear it then.
I'm gonna try it. Maybe we'll try it on the
Gotcha.
Yep.
Oh, Kenny G's personal fluffer is back. He's gonna calm down a bit. Okay. What about this one? See, I love that joke.
Rogue
That's a
needs a
great-
timeout. If one of the mods, can you time out a mod? I don't think so.
Let me check. I can.
You can time out
I'm
a
not
mod.
timing out Rogue though. Kenny G's personal fluffer. That's a really good joke. But I'm not gonna say it out loud. Sorry. This is like Dance Monkey Dance territory. Read what I said.
We need
I don't see
mods
him in
for
here yet.
mods. Rogue is still not getting the hint.
What hint? I sent him the link.
He sent in the link. Well, he sent in the link like 3-4 times, guys.
No, I tagged Rogue's YouTube channel in the comments. Then he said he needs the YouTube link. So I sent him the link to the stream, which I didn't know what he was going to use it for. And then he was like, to the stream.
Okay, so he got 3 different links.
I sent him the correct link.
Sent
now.
3 different links. I got you. Let's see here.
Mods can't time out mods. Whew, I have so much power.
With great power comes great responsibility.
That's true. I'm not very responsible.
Rogue brought his oven mitts.
Because I'm not having it.
Then you come back crying to me.
Rogue, that was not the wrong link. I just. Oh, there he is.
Oh, he wanted the
Don't play with me. I know that was the right link.
Doing.
Antic says that he wanted the OnlyFans link.
Yo,
That's what he said.
Bro, what the fuck?
That's-
First of all, I did not say
See, I'm
YouTube
telling
link
you.
once. I did
I'm
not
telling
say
you,
YouTube
TMI.
link.
Antic said that Antic said that Rogue wanted the OnlyFans link. That's
Oh.
the link that he said that you wanted. Rogue wanted you to send him. But it's alright.
Oh,
That's a
Yeah,
big
nah.
fucking negative.
It's funny because if I told you guys we were trying to look up OnlyFans last night, you guys would think we were lying. But
Yeah, wait, you guys thought we were lying? Oh shit. That actually was
Kenny G's personal fluffer. I mean, Apple stock surges on announcement of 2-child policy change in China. Last one I swear. Is that real? I don't know if that's real or if it's supposed to be a joke.
I don't know. All I know is who's Gary Gensler?
There he is.
there you go. Chopper 3R68 just asked for that.
Dude, we need to
Perfect.
get Keenan on here.
TMI unmasked and OnlyFans. That's what people wanted. Listen, it's gonna be very expensive and it'll also be very painful, but it will also be very expensive. You guys be careful about that.
Which would be extremely painful.
You should set a price.
Also, what if I'm like mangled underneath here?
That's fine. We
Yeah,
still
like
love you.
Ryan Reynolds in Darkpool. Darkpool.
Oh yeah, Darkpool.
Oh god, that's great. I'm not even gonna correct it. Fuck it, Darkpool.
China can now have 3 kids. Yeah, I don't know if you guys know this, but the average age for China was just going through the roof. And then they've opened it up to 1 kid. Sorry, they opened it up to 2 kids, and then 3 months later they opened it up to 3 kids. And they already have they already put through the option to make it unlimited. I think they're gonna have no restrictions on how many kids they can have very soon in the next 3 months.
Rogue, they would love you over in China right now.
For what?
Adding
Yeah.
to the population.
Speaking about short squeeze, oh,
I thought that was funny.
I thought it was funny too.
Oh my God, Kenny G.
TMI is like
Wow.
Destro G.I. Joe. That mask can't come off. That's hilarious.
Where's my golden doodle? He's like hanging out by himself somewhere. That's what he does. He's a loner.
Then you should take a hit from Francis.
Midnight
No,
Toker.
Guys, no one is taking a punch from Francis.
No,
Francis.
Francis is
UFC
a
Francis.
monster human.
Ooh.
Yeah.
You said
I'll send
UFC Francis?
Yeah.
Yeah, Francis Ngannou.
I'll send you a few clips. It's he's just stupid. He's just stupid. You know when there's somebody who's just like bigger, more powerful than you, got more money than you, more popular, probably more famous, probably has better moral values than you, like just is better man than you in every single aspect of life.
Listen, we get
You
it.
just
We
call him-
fucking
You got a
get
cooler
it.
accent.
I'm saying you just call him stupid to make yourself feel good. You know what I mean? It's like he's stupid. It's kind of like when Fox News calls us dumb money because we're better than them in every aspect of their lives.
Yeah,
That's what it's like. That's what it's
I love
like.
how you just made that turnaround so well.
Oh yeah,
Good
we can
job.
flip it. We can flip it right back.
Ooh, TMI. What games are you gonna stream on Twitch?
Ooh, that's a good question.
Even better question: what games would you guys like to see streamed on Twitch? And I'll write them down.
Also, another question.
Yeah, hit
Did
me
you
up.
figure out how to do collabs on Twitch?
No, I'm
Is
gonna
that
watch
not
a YouTube
even
video.
possible?
I'm gonna watch a YouTube video on how to do that in a bit. YouTube video.
Mr. Opio, that is not enough money for us to get like rocked by Francis Ngannou.
What's
The guys that get paid to go into the ring that are actually trained get paid more than that.
Call of
It would
Duty?
have
How
to be
much?
like a 10x multiple from like the people that can actually like defend themselves on that level.
Rocket League. Someone wrote Rocket League.
I'd be
Warzone.
down for Rocket League.
Modern
It would
Warfare
be
3.
extremely painful.
It would be extremely painful.
I'd play Warzone. But like if you put it in the title, nobody's gonna like. Everybody plays Warzone or Rocket League.
Right.
Destiny 2, I could do that.
You know what's cool about the Warzone though? You could probably play it with a shit ton of your followers or subscribers.
You see that comment?
Yeah,
I didn't see it.
you like that one? That's a good one.
Is that Big Dog Stocks?
Wait, no. I think he was talking about. I mean, it would make sense if it was Big Dog,
It
but
sounds like something he would just come into the stream and say.
hey guys,
Which one, David?
Oh, it's God. Oh, shoot. Someone just asked, can I bring, I shouldn't say the name. Never mind. Yeah. But,
I
I'll
still
talk-
see it.
What
Okay.
is
Someone
it?
just, can I say it or should I not say it?
Nah.
Just say the name. Just say the name of the person.
Look at it. There again. There again.
Yeah. No. We're not, because we don't know if that's real.
Oh, well, that's not funny if it's real.
Yeah, it could be real. So hold on.
I
Okay.
have no
You're right.
idea.
Are you
what
guys
the
still doing the
fuck
fantasy
you're
league?
talking about.
Absolutely, we're gonna do that.
That's happening for sure. That is happening for sure.
When are the drafts? September, August,
It-
right?
It'd probably be September. I don't want to do the draft before the preseason games in case there's any injuries.
Smart.
So I was like, let's just wait a little bit. Wait till the preseason's timed out. Plus, COVID, Delta variants. Like, let's just make sure everyone's okay and healthy, and then we'll just.
Come on, bro.
No, because I don't want anyone to have a player that has to miss 2 weeks.
No, you said the C word.
No, I said common variants, like comment variants.
What's going on here?
What
the fuck?
Said earlier.
Yeah, I know. Oh, did
It
you?
already got said. It's fine. I was just messing with you.
Oh, oof. I was just like, oh, damn, that's a long.
Listen, you guys, the fucking two guys, one fucking whatever the fucking podcast is. You're not on that right now.
Bro,
That's what we should
if
call
we
it.
put it on the platform that we were going to put it on, we cannot name it that.
No, that's what we're gonna call it. That's what we're gonna call it. We're gonna call it Two Guys Whatever the Fuck Podcast.
Should I tune in?
What?
Two guys and
30
whatever
mil
the
and
fuck.
yeah, 30 mil. That would probably be close to the number that I would have to get paid to take a left hook from Ngannou.
Yeah, I just gotta check something out here. Give me a second. Someone just sent something to the chat that I just want to check out. Uh-oh.
Oh, that.
No.
Never mind.
I'm talking about like TMI. What are you looking at? Interesting. I wonder where.
Nah.
Nah, I don't see
No,
anything.
no way. No. I can't wait for AMC
But
to have an army of doodles. Can you find it?
I'm looking right now.
That'll be cool. Dun, dun, dun.
Yep. It's doing the same shit like last time.
What the? So it's not just me then.
Yeah, no, it's not just you.
Yeah, I don't see anything. That'll be cool though. I'd 100% do that.
Yikes.
Dude, what exactly?
Nah.
What the heck is going on? I'm way too. Oh, freak! I missed that. Just jump in the shower. What?
McGregor versus Poirier fight. Who you got? Who you got?
Poirier.
McGregor.
Yay.
Connor is the best, but think about it. If you
I'm thinking about it. I'm thinking about Conor
if you
McGregor
now
wiping the floor
have
with that man.
hundreds of millions of dollars from fighting,
Mhm.
are you gonna fight the same way that you did when you were broke? He doesn't. I don't think he's got the hunger anymore. You can't blame him.
Oh,
Like,
you've been watching those ads. You've been watching those ads.
which ads?
The preview. Does he really want it?
Oh no, this is. I heard it after.
Does he have what it takes?
Fight.
It's like he's
The
like going
double
through
champ
it.
does whatever the fuck he wants.
Yeah. I like to apologize to absolutely fucking nobody. Okay, we should stop swearing so much on this.
Yeah.
No, it's fine. It's fine on the stream.
Yeah.
No,
On the
it's
live
not.
stream,
We're
it's
gonna
fine.
I'm gonna get super. They already don't like. My channel's already getting dinged.
Well, that's
Kenny
my
G's
fucking
personal
fault.
fluffer is back. You know, I put my real cell phone number in here and no one actually hit me up. # no friends. Somebody put something in a chat today. It might have been TMI's that was like, why is this number on my TD account? And I was like, I'm pretty sure nobody should know that. That like,
Oh, someone put their number on that?
it was like it was like numbers and letters. And I was like,
Oh no, that's not good.
That's your account number, friend.
He's like, what's this? And I was like, oh.
It's and it's gone.
Wait, what was the, did I miss it? Let's see. You know what? I think we're gonna wind down the wind down the stream tonight. This was fun, guys. Thanks for everybody coming through for the interview. We got Rogue the Legacy on Twitter and now YouTube. TMI the Masked Investor on YouTube, Masked_investor on Twitter and Instagram. Make sure you guys go follow both of those.
Also, I just dropped a video to share with your friends on YouTube. Feel free to go check that out when you're done with the live.
Absolutely.
Sharing is caring. Oh, everyone's just dropping phone numbers now. Okay.
Wait, what did you? Is it a video that literally explains everything?
It's more of like a sentiment video. It's like a video that I address the friend. So it's like you share it with your friend.
Because I have like a playlist.
To your friend.
Perfect. Because I have a playlist for that.
It's not like a walkthrough of like the whole situation. It's like a quick 3-minute video for those stubborn friends that never listen to you. You know what I mean?
I'm still gonna throw that on the playlist.
You have a playlist of videos in general?
Yeah, I have a playlist of the videos that's like
you can put them on a playlist.
New AMC investors.
Oh, that's what you're talking about. I thought you were talking about like a music playlist, and I was just like, it's a video, like a 3-minute video. I got you.
Oh yeah, no. I meant a YouTube playlist.
I got you. I forgot because you're on YouTube now. Welcome to the dark
I'm probably
side.
just gonna add that because I can literally link someone else's video. Like since you just made one, I can link that. I can put it into that playlist.
Nice.
Super cool.
I like it.
If you guys aren't subscribed to the host, or if you're not following him, follow him. Short the Vix 1, the number 1.
Twitter and Instagram.
He is number 1.
This guy says 1-800 who's Gary Gensler, 1-800 LOL, 867-5309 LOL.
Yes, 867-5309.
Only if you like Big Bus, he said though.
Oh, that's fun.
If you don't know the song, you don't know the song.
That's fair play.
Jenny, I got your number.
All right. See you.